Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Pantsless Tables, and welcome back to A Fractured Sky. It's a Rocket Club show as a part of Rocket Club, a multi-stage anthology, which is a project that we're doing with Evil Hat and M. Hubbard, the creator and writer of Rocket Club, the game that we're playing, that is taking place across 4 participating channels, including this one. This is the second episode, so hopefully you've watched the first. If you haven't watched the first yet, go back and watch the first. It's all going to make a lot more sense if you watch it from there. And we give a lot of the context on the overall project over there. I don't want to get into too much of that right now because we're all super eager to get into the story. So I'm Danny, he, him. I'm going to be your guide for today, and I'm going to kick it over to Steve.
Hello, hi. I'm Steve, also known as Sassy Pants. I run Pantsless Tables and other related things. My pronouns are he, him. I'm going to be playing Samir Shuddhi, whose pronouns are he, they. Very much just here to cause chaos as a player and as a character to not cause chaos, because why would you want to have a character that has similar aligned things to you as a person or a player? Who does that? Who designs a character that looks exactly like you as a player but in a fantasy world? What is the logic behind that? What level of bleed do you anyway,
I feel like, Steve, with that intro, you need to put up the character art while we're talking about that. Because M. Hubbard, actually, for those who are watching who don't know, M is also a fantastic fine artist. Is great at drawing stuff. And M did character art for all the shows. So you can see what all these characters look like, not just in your mind's eye with our descriptions, but with the drawings that may have been on screen with your eyes, with your actual eyes. Yes, your non-metaphorical eyes. So sorry, Steve, continue.
Right. So to get back to what I was saying, I was about to go on a rant about how bleed is a whole thing, because we started a tradition with the first episode with Assis calling me out for it. So I feel like it's only fair to do it for this episode and the next one too. But I'm not going to do the rant because, we want to keep this recording exciting and entertaining. And if I want to go on a rant about stuff, there is another channel for it. Go check out Sassy Pants, where more video essays and tutorials are going to be dropping. And that's how you do a shameless plug. Anyway, I'm going to pass this over to Adi.
Is this too late to back out from this project?
I mean, can I rethink my friendship with Steve? I mean, hello, people of the internet. I am Adi MK. I go by Fab, he, him pronouns because I find he, him to be a little boring, and I prefer being Fab first. I will be playing Amara Murthy, who is the youngest genius you have ever seen. She's 12 years old, and she's just dressed in a nerd t-shirt. Okay, these other people are dressed all fancy. I'm the only actual nerd here.
And you want to kick it to Aziz?
Yeah, that is a very pointed plug for all of the fancy people.
Nice.
I'm not in poly mode yet, so I'm just like, I don't get it. That is, of course, my character Polly, and not in actual poly mode, which I'm always in. Ignore that. Hi, my name is Sis. My pronouns are she and her, and I am playing the royalty, the one and only TikTok sensation, Polly Amory.
Yeah. That's awesome. I love that.
And she just wants us to get brand deals and money.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's fantastic. Brand deals and money. Gonna definitely save you during some kind of apocalyptic event. All right. So with that, we should do a quick recap to catch everybody back up to the moment at hand. Last session, we all were introduced to our Rocket Club characters here. We got to see a little bit of the Rocket Club HQ in a bunker behind the arcade. Caught little glimpses of unusual things in the world, but really focused on the mission at hand, which was recovering a special item that the Rocket Club has been entrusted with for time immemorial. The Rocket Club is older than anybody is consciously, definitively, historically aware of. It was founded so long ago that nobody exactly knows how long it's been around. And as long as anybody can remember, Rocket Club has been entrusted with the care of a singularity in a box. And that singularity in a box had been recently confiscated by the principal of the middle school where you go to school. And right? These friggin' autocrats, you know? So you hatched a plan to get in there and recover it. And that plan included getting everybody out of the school effectively, locking down the school effectively, which was basically put a steel shell around it. Something went down outside while you were in there that you weren't really aware of, but did become aware was existing at the player level. The character level, you didn't really know what was going on out there. You made your way into the principal's office extremely creatively. Adi, your character, made an Omni tool that then was able to cut out the door around the outside of the door. So the wall around it was cut out and just got popped out, right? Y'all walked in through there. While you were in there checking it, you got a lot of blackmail material of various sorts. You were also able to get the bank information, the bank passwords for all of the financial accounts for the principal, who turned out to be embezzling money from the school and misappropriating funds and all that stuff. So you have proof of that. You also have access to all those funds if you want through the hacking that Steve, your character, did. And Assis, it was your character, if I'm remembering correctly, that did the actual like recovery of the evidence, right, of the malfeasance. So real team effort there, while at the same time the Omni tool scanned the space, found the hidden compartment, which is not electronic, which is physically mechanical but not electronic, underneath the desk of the principal, where the box with the singularity in it was held. You were able to sense that there was a field of some sort, that you weren't able to get a lot of details on, right? Protecting the room itself, not the building overall, just the principal's office. And you ended up deciding to escape through that, like crossing that threshold, rather than trying to use the singularity to create a wormhole and teleport out. You cross that threshold holding on to the singularity. That is when it felt like something happened outside that you were unaware of. Then you tried to hide out in the bathroom for a while. Weren't hearing any noises that made you suspicious, not hearing sound of people coming back in because the lockdown did end, everything opened back up. And you went out a window. And when you went out a window, you fell out into a world that was wrong, just wrong at like a fundamental level. It was very confusing to look at. One of you was flying up in the air, felt like you were taking a nosedive down into the ground. The other two tumbled out onto the ground, looked out toward the mall that is across from the middle school, and found that it was completely replaced by impossible geometries, MC Escher-like things turning in on each other, things like Mobius strips, and also just prismatic geometries that don't make any sense to look at, that seem to be switching all of the time, a little bit like being in a hall of mirrors, looking at concentric shapes extending out infinitely, seemingly infinitely. And a bunch of people looking away from you, standing stock still, swaying maybe slightly at most, heads hung. And that's it. That's where we find ourselves in this moment at the top of this session. So remind me, I think it was you, Steve, who were flying. Is that correct?
No. It's Amara.
Amara was flying.
Amara was
perfect. So let's start with Amara. Amara, what are you going to do?
Is all the math of this geometry correct?
No.
As she's
it's not. It's not correct. She would be able to immediately identify that these are shapes that shouldn't make sense, right? The math, part of what makes it hard to look at, and the more that you stare at it, there's a little bit of pain that comes from that, but more it's think about you like overclocking your mind, right? Your mind is trying to make this something that it can interpret, and it's failing. So it continues to overlay things to achieve that.
Like, she'll kind of like, sniffle, but like as she does that, she'll kind of catch the side of her head, and then like there's immediate like kind of nosebleed that kind of starts from her nostril as she just blinks her eyes in absolute horror. At so many levels, everything about this is wrong, and I think she was already in a pretty bad place by the time they got out of the school, because nobody listened to her, and yeah, I don't know. I think she's really on the verge, like absolute verge of a panic attack.
So as that is happening, she hears again an echo of the words that hit all of your minds the second that you looked in the direction of this, whatever it is. We have returned. We are the cure. And this time, you still hear the one voice, femme-coded, but otherwise not distinguishable to you. It's not any voice you recognize. This time you hear that above a din of voices that you realize seem to be emanating from all of the people frozen in place out in front of the mall.
Is this an ARG? Is this VR? Are we in VR? Not even in VR right now, right? There must have been like some...
Not unless the entire government made an interface system for every human being.
But that's not how things work.
It is. Let me try and get back down up to the ground. Give me a second. I have to figure this. Yeah, I think she's going to try and gently power down her rocket drones and try and come back.
What is what I will try to help her, like.
Yeah, you can 100% try to help her. I think under these circumstances, even though normally you'd be able to do that without a roll, let's roll about it. Because you're in such a tough headspace, Amara, that I think you'd do that. And both Samir and Polly can help if you'd like. As a reminder, above table, you risk a condition if there's a failure with that, but you are able to each add a reroll. So you can get 2 additional rerolls, Adi, for Amara, if you'd like, if both people want to help.
Okay.
Yeah, you just do me a favor and describe how you're helping, what the intent is for how you're helping. Both of you.
I think like I would just reach up to her to just like, kind of add some gravity and force like downwards while she's like powering it down, and just like to make sure she like safely like, slowly lowers down onto the ground.
Beautiful.
And I think you definitely see that Amara is very close to hyperventilating, like,
Yeah.
And I mean, since you're friends, like you'd know that in times like this, her inhaler is generally a comfort/secure thing that she can hold, even. But yeah.
And Samir, how do you want to help?
Samir is not going to physically like reach out to help or anything, but he's going to be more of like the emotional support kind of help, where he's just going to start shouting shit where he's like, cure what? How about you cure these nuts, you fucking pieces of shit? And he's just out loud, just being loud so that Amara can use that as an echolocation kind of thing. This is where down is. So he's just like, you got this, Amara. It's fine. It's just a jetpack. You've done this like hundreds times, right? And you're a fucking genius. You shouldn't worry about this shit at all. So what if it's giving you a slight headache? Who gives a fuck? A headache is like a normal thing in today's day and age. You spend too much time on the PC, you get a headache. You eat too much, you get a headache. You don't eat enough, you get a headache. You drink water, you get a headache. You don't drink water, you get a headache. What? It's fine. You're fine. Don't worry about it.
It's not normal.
A lot of that became
I'm trying to help her.
A lot of that became a comforting white noise that usually is what Samir's voice becomes for her. And she smells samosas. Yeah.
All right. So you have which trait are you going to invoke for this role?
Grace.
I love it.
You say you smell
Beautiful
samosa?
stuff.
Yeah.
I'm literally eating a samosa right now. What the fuck, Adi?
Let's go.
That's beautiful. That's how you know that there's real togetherness at the table, right?
I rolled a 6, 5, and a 1.
Okay, so remind me, Grace, do you have 1 in Grace or no?
I have 1 in Grace.
So you actually have 3 rerolls now because of the help. Do you want to try to reroll the 1 or do you want to keep it? It's your mood, so that would be fear right now.
I think I'll keep it. I think it's an apt time to keep
Beautiful.
the mood of fear.
So you said 6, 5, 1, right? Was the order? So you fully succeed. So you're able to get to the ground. I technically am responsible for describing that outcome, but I would love for you to describe what it looks like. What I can say, established as narrative truth here, is you definitively get to the ground without damage or complication, right? Like you safely get to the ground, nothing happens to you, nothing happens to your rocket rig. For side effect, you rolled a 5, so you're able to learn something. So as a reminder to the table and to the audience, learn something. You can ask the guide, this guy, one of the following questions or something similar about your immediate situation. What has been hidden or overlooked? How is this person vulnerable? What is the biggest threat right now? What is my best path forward? What is the best escape route?
Guys, what do you think? I mean, I think maybe finding out who our enemy is.
Either that or path forward, yeah.
Yeah.
Same, I agree.
Because, like, clearly, I mean, so top of the table, these whoever who have returned are maybe coming for the singularity, and we know that do we know that we are immune to this voice because we have been in the presence of the singularity? And would that also mean like any other former member of the Rocket Club has this immunity?
So above table, from the co-creation process, we know that. The characters only at this point have the knowledge that that they were able to glean from the fact that when they crossed the threshold protecting the principal's office, that there was a ripple that they felt coming off of the box that went over all of them. And they also have the evidence in front of them that everybody else is standing stock still there, seemingly in lockstep with this voice, whatever this voice is, and you're not. You're the only 3 that you can see for it. So you have those pieces of information at the level of the character right now.
How many other NPC members of the Rocket Club do we know?
So current members of the Rocket Club, there's only the 3 of you and maybe another 5 kids, right? And they're not necessarily as involved as you are, right?
Okay.
So they're a little bit more in and out. You also know some who were in the Rocket Club when you were younger that recently, relatively speaking, would have graduated out, going from the middle school to the high school, right? So there are some people over there. And then you know some older alums, including the one who runs the arcade, who was behaving unusually.
Because he was cool.
He was cool.
I think what is the safest path forward?
Okay. The safest path forward.
Assis? Yeah, Steve, we good with that?
Yeah, works. Yeah.
Okay.
The safest path forward is a wormhole. You want to turn on that contraption. As risky as that is, it's been established. And for those who haven't seen the first episode or need a refresher, it's been established that the math is tough to get right using the singularity to create a wormhole to be able to teleport. But it is possible. It has functioned that way for the Rocket Club before. So it's risky. But as risky as that is, it is still safer than trying to get away from whatever is in front of you physically.
I think Amara kind of just like she's not doing too well. So her descent is the most wonkiest, like, cursor moved by a drunk person kind of movement downwards. Not the usual graceful swan dive-esque ballerina that she tends to be. Because she's quite awkward on the ground, but when she's in the air with her drones, she's usually like in a different space. So she's really happy. So she is free. But this is the most janky flight path you have ever seen. And just before she reaches the ground, like the drones just kind of fully disengage and they return to their storage compartments on her clothes, and she kind of stumbles forward into Polly, who is like helping pull down.
In this moment, as you land, you rolled with fear. The question of how does your emotion show in your voice or face lingers for you to answer. While that happens, I'm going to argue that the most recent set of things that Amara has on her person that she's stolen tumble out of her pockets. She can pick them up. They don't get damaged, but they do tumble out in front of her friends.
Both of you, please roll me a d6.
Okay. Why is that? That's a 1.
A 1?
I have a 3.
A 3. I have not stolen anything from Polly, but I have definitely stolen something from Samir.
Hell yeah.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, it's a Dragon Ball Z sticker that like he was waving in my face sometime back because he won it, and she doesn't care for Dragon Ball Z, but she's a kleptomaniac. And she'll kind of quickly scrabble to actually put them down. She does not look into either of your eyes as that happens, but because when she like her arms are shaking and like there's a like low whisper that's coming from her as she is just like desperately trying to scrabble evidence of another shame She looks up to you. Her pupils are the smallest they've ever been, and they have the exact energy of like, a hamster, like, screaming in the corner of a cage as a finger is poking at it. And she is just like, there's a little shiver, and the sky is wrong. It's wrong. We need to leave. We need to leave. Please. Let me try
Okay.
to activate the wormhole. We need to. We can't.
Okay.
We can't.
Okay, we'll leave. Do you wanna maybe take a sip of your inhaler first?
In a breath from your inhaler.
The same character.
It's a puff.
I mean, it's gonna help you, right? And then we can leave. We can.
I don't think there's anything wrong with my lungs right now, or even if there is, I can't feel it because. Please, I need to leave. I need to get out of here.
Let's get the singularity going. We could go back to the bunker.
I think it's the only safe place.
Yeah, let me check if other people are around, and I'm gonna like open up my phone, see if am I getting signal, text, maybe the other people who are actively in the Rocket Club.
So your phone works fine, but signal's not good where you are. So you're not gonna have an easy time of connecting.
I must still attempt to send text to like the 2-3 other people.
Yeah, you can send it on like the group chat. You can still access everything. Again, the phone itself is working fine.
Yeah, it's just not like
you
going
just
through.
see it. Yeah, it's thinking, right? Like it gets stuck.
Signal's never dispatched just outside school.
As Polly is doing that, Amara will. She essentially kind of takes that the pose from the character art, like she is holding one arm at the elbow with the other arm, and she's just looking down and to Samir. I'm sorry. Okay, I took this when I shouldn't have, and she will give the sticker back to you, and let's get out of here. Then I can try and explain. I'm sorry, and she will furiously wipe her face and sniff and pull out the attunement plate, the whole gig that she has set up to kind of access the strange properties of the singularity to open the wormhole to the bunker.
That's beautiful. So a couple things here. We can engage with that as a normal roll with help. If you all want, we can also do what's referred to as rocket surgery in the game. So rocket surgery is a special action performed when the Rocket Club works together to create a new rocket rig. So essentially, if you want to take just stuff that you have on you or stuff that you see around you and try to put something together to make it safer or easier to interact with this item in the way that you want to, you would be able to do that in this situation. You don't have to, but I want to explain the option in order to facilitate this role. The new invention is going to be an incredible piece of technology cobbled together from parts at hand, just like your starting rocket rigs. It does not have to fall into an existing rocket rig category. It might not even involve rockets. It's different than a regular action role because more than one player character works together. and you don't roll with a trait. Instead, you follow a blueprint procedure. So when you decide what the new creation does and how you're going to go about making it, you also determine the number of rerolls that you have. The number of people working on the project is taken into account here, so help rules don't apply. So you don't add any help, but basically there's a series of questions here. They have options. What does it do? What is it made of? Who's making it? How long will it take? And then you can take drawbacks if you want to add to your rerolls, but they obviously make it make the machine more complicated and possibly in some ways less likely to succeed or have worse consequences if it doesn't succeed. You can do that now, or you don't have to, and you can handle this as a regular roll, potentially with help.
What do you think?
I mean, what would we be making together of it is the thing. It already exists as a thing. Like,
Right.
Yeah. That is my.
I do have an idea, but that would be probably a bit much because it would. Because what I'm realizing is also like Sameer's rocket is technically we need to also retrieve that before we can leave.
Yeah, that's true.
If
Samir,
only I had
did
not
you
established
see-
in the previous session that it's not automated. I could
Yeah,
have just
that's
made it
my
auto-
thing.
yeah.
I'm like, why did you say that one line? It could have solved so many problems.
Yeah, kind of fucked us, and not in the fun way.
But I will say, okay, and you do need to get over there to do that. You will want to do that before turning the singularity on, essentially, because if it
I have an
Yes,
idea.
we
turns on
opened
and
two
it works.
wormholes.
Mr.
I mean,
Krabs,
well, you could take a wormhole to the car and then take a wormhole from the car to the bunker.
Mr. Krabs, I have an idea.
Good.
We just make the car capable of using the wormholes.
That's absolutely.
That is our rocket
doable.
surgery. We take
that is a
the
rocket
main
surgery.
rocket and we turn it into a wormhole machine. A wormhole mobile.
So what you're saying is you
But-
essentially want to install the singularity into the car and use that, or create
I
like an
think-
interface connecting them.
I think an interface because it's probably too
Okay.
risky to properly install the entire singularity into car. We want the singularity transportable, but an interface that allows us to use the. It's actually, there's such a clear image in my head. I don't know how to describe it because it's too science fiction-y.
Go
Sure,
for
no.
it, please. Science fiction sounds perfect to me.
But like I'm thinking like specifically also like some like Power Rangers stuff where like they usually get like cubes or weapons or stuff and then that attaches into already where they are in the thing, and like there's been some upgrades where like they're in the hang of their Zord, then they get something new and something opens up to attach it, and so essentially we create an entirely new part on the whatever interface Sameer uses to drive his rocket.
So I
And
think you can absolutely do that.
we can just
I
plug
think
in the
it's-
singularity when we want to wormhole using it.
I think that's perfect. All I'm going to ask is when you get to the car, I'm going to ask you to tell me how you use what you have on you to create that interface, like to adapt the rocket rig to have that.
And
But
also,
that's
Steve, are
perfect.
you
For the
okay with
first-
that modification to your own rocket?
Steve is okay. Sameer is going to be really pissed if you guys break his car rocket. So
Don't
yeah,
break
so-
it.
Also, what was Sameer's reaction when Amara handed him your missing sticker? Dragon
oh shit,
Ball
yeah.
Z's?
I had to think of that. So he grabs the sticker, he looks at it, and in his head he's like, I didn't even remember. I didn't even realize I lost this or this was stolen, right? And then just looks at her and is like, no, it's okay. We can discuss this later. Obviously stealing is wrong, but it looks like you already know that, and I don't want to pile on to already heightened emotions. So let's go blow up my car, I guess.
I don't want to blow it up.
No. We're professionals. It's fine. We don't blow up your car. It's not even a car.
Yeah.
One thing.
I mean, it is a vehicle. Let's not decrease it too much. Reduction is also bad.
I mean, I'm just
So
saying, Amara. Like, okay, if there's one thing I know, it's social media and getting a following. But if there's two things I know, it's rockets.
and you can put those two
what-
things together if you want to. You can
Yeah.
content while you're doing the thing. Yeah.
No. I know. Didn't we have a motto
Did we have a
or
motto?
something? Didn't we have a motto? Wasn't there something about a motto or something? No.
Let me look. Now, you have a club belief, is what you might be thinking of at a mechanical level.
Oh,
That's
no,
more like
so then-
above table than in table.
So
But
then,
is
yeah,
that you have something important? Yeah.
What's the motto?
What's a motto with you? Hey.
Exactly.
Let's rock it.
Let's rock it. I think that works.
I
I mean,
hate
on my
that.
side, it's good. How do you feel?
I do not like that. I think we can probably canonically establish that Amara has tried to make that the official motto and has been met with complete rejection.
But also consider this, right? We are 13, 12, 13-year-olds. That is very cool for
Yeah.
a 12, 13-year-old.
No, that's not gonna fly. The hashtags, there's no SEO on it.
Let's rock it.
All right, and you rock it. My question, but unhappily, right? Like definitely with Discord around the rocketry motto. Question: the cars like on the other side of the school, you've got all these people. They're not facing you right now, but it's not great. The idea of walking through these people, you could try, right? But there's definitely a sense of foreboding that you could get off of them being frozen in place in front of you, slack, and seemingly speaking in unison when this other voice speaks. And you also would have to go closer to the thing that it hurts your head to look at, right? The parts of the sky that are wrong, and fractured and prismatic, the mall that seems to have been replaced or changed. It's hard for you to tell because you haven't like gone and explored it or looked at
The
anything.
mall?
Yeah, fully gone. The mall that's right across from the middle school was like changed, carved out.
Okay.
Again, it's hard for you to tell because you're at a distance, right?
Really, I haven't noticed this yet.
Yeah, and now it's like tortured divine geometry.
Yeah. It's completely impossible. What happens is when you look at it, your mind tries to make it make sense, and it doesn't work. So it keeps overlaying new interpretations of the information that it's taking in, trying to cause it to function, and it keeps malfunctioning. Right.
Okay.
So that is why it looks like that, as best you can tell.
Yeah, but I would say
will
Polly
say
has
that-
not noticed that like it's the mall that has changed into this. Like,
Right. Yeah. Well, it's hard. It's a lot of stuff to take in. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff to take in real fast. I will say that any of you who look toward the people that are between you and the mall will notice that around the people, the flora, where there is flora, right, where it's not like pavement, has been changing. You can actually watch it grow a little bit. It's not growing extremely rapidly, but it's growing rapidly for growth of flora, right? Like it's visible, the growth. And it's growing in patterns that cause it to look like it's becoming the shape of people. So it looks like the people that it's next to, it's growing into the shape of the person next to it.
get that.
Oh, great. Killer plants. That also double as body snatchers. This is great.
We should. I mean, okay, is there another way to get around to the front where rocket
Back
is?
in the so y'all came out through a window, right? You can go back in the window through the school, You could try to go around the back of the school. You have no idea if any of this is happening back there or not because this is looking out the front and side of the school and where you are. Or you could try to move real fast through this space and not go any deeper into it than you need to and go around the front. Those are your, I mean, I suppose if you could get up on the roof or if you could dig under the school, you could do that too. But you'd have to figure out how to do that, right? Or you could try to wormhole over there, right? From where you are.
God.
I would rather not abuse the gravitational usage because that might just rip I'm not entirely sure how it works, but some research I did pointed out to small rips in this fabric of space-time, so I do not want to push that too much. If I can push my drones for a small sustained flight. If both of you hang on to me, I will need to give it some repairs when we get back to the bunker. But I think I can get us across these people and to Samir's vehicle very soon.
I mean, are you sure? We had a bit of difficulty getting you down right now. We could just go back in. Just go through the school.
This is also true. I was trying to make alacrity our precedence because I do not want to be here, Polly.
We're on the same page for once, Amara. I'm not happy about being here either. This is starting to freak me out.
And she goes very sad, face. I'm sorry, I don't know if you know this, but the mall is no longer there.
Yeah, sure. The mall is no longer there.
Amara will just have a very sad look on her face and will put a comforting hand on your shoulder.
You hear?
What do you mean the mall is?
Squeeze.
You hear a chorus of screams. When you point toward the mall, you hear a chorus of screams from the mall. And you recognize it sounds like a handful of voices. And it's not in unison with any of the rest of what you heard. It sounds different. The voices that you heard before had like a flatness to them. This sounds like scared kids. And you would recognize that it sounds like the other members of the Rocket Club.
Holy shit.
That's the mall? That's the mall? They did that to the mall?
And I hear the others.
And when am I supposed to buy my beauty products now? Where do I film oh my god, where do I film my shopping spree videos? Amara, they did this to the mall. Samir!
Samir, how are you?
What the fuck? Where are your priorities?
While Amara's reacting like that, Samir, how's all this landing with you?
It's very much a fuck me, I guess, vibe right now. It's like, sure, that's another thing that we have to take care of. But for him, the priority is to get his friends to safety, to his car. He knows his car is secure in the sense that it can survive a hit or two. So the goal for him right now is to just... What?
It can only seat 2 people though, right?
3 if you
can squeeze in.
Squeeze.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry to interrupt.
No worries. The goal is to for him, the goal is to get to the car and just ensure that his friends are safe. So mall is destroyed, fuck it. The school gets destroyed, fuck it. His friends can't be hurt. And that's the priority. So he grabs both of them by the arms and is like, we can lament the destruction of whatever the fuck later. Can we leave? I suggest we go straight through the window, go out to the other side, get in the car, and just rush this whatever.
But but our friends, you heard their screams. They're inside that whatever is left there.
Oh yeah, there were voices. Now that you mention it. I'm sorry, Sabir, but we might have to go to the mall before we go back to the bunker.
The mall doesn't exist, right? It's been like folded in on itself
So
or
the
whatever.
mall, it has been folded in on itself, but you heard screams. All of you heard screams that you'd be able to recognize as the voices of the other 5 Rocket Club members come from the direction of the mall. So whatever is happening over there is kind of brain breaking. Like you look at it and your brains are just not built to process the information in front of you. So what you experience is your brain's trying to make sense of it and creating overlapping ways of trying to interpret the information that don't compute, right? That don't settle into a coalesced, like firm sense of reality. That causes it to be a little painful to look in that direction. It also makes it very difficult to navigate, right? But it does spatially exist, right? In some fashion, as best you can tell. And hearing those voices suggests that your friends may be there. I will say you are looking at something that is essentially hallucinatory in nature, in the sense that you can't see what you might say mechanically. I'm going to give you this clearly above table. There is in the game, there's partially so that because we're playing this in an open playtest context, so you all know and so everybody watching at home knows, when building these kinds of these stages, to use the parlance of the game, right? You tend to put time remaining on there. So you put a certain number of boxes. It's a clock, right? The way the clock functions is it isn't knocked down by the number of actions definitively. It's knocked down by the number of failures. So what ends up happening with this clock is the number of boxes that exist get filled every time a player rolls a failure on the outcome die, triggers a crisis on the side effect, or wastes time arguing, theoretically. Now, waste time is relative, but that's something that the guidance in the game gives about like moving the game along. So specifically with the first 2 components, right? You essentially have as many failures until something worst case scenario happens, to use parlance from this, as there are boxes. And there are 4 boxes on this. So that's pretty generous, relatively speaking. You'd have to fail 4 times to get out of here. But every time you take an action roll, you risk that kind of failure. Right? So with that in mind, you have the mall in front of you. You heard the screams, what you understand to probably be the screams of your friends over there. You have to cross these bodies and these plants to get to the mall and then deal with what's happening in the mall while it's hard to figure out what you're even looking at. Or you go to the car. Any of the ways.
I mean, Samir's dragging us to the car already, he said, so like through the school. So that's kind of already in motion now, I guess.
Okay, perfect. So you get in back through the window, is the idea? The same window you came out of?
Steve?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to try to push everyone through the window, and I'm going to go through, and then we're going to make a beeline to the main door and exit from there, right next to where the car is. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay. I don't think you need to roll about getting up the window. I think that's fine. Helping each other, you can reasonably get in there. You can move through most of the space there. I do want to specifically get a roll from somebody for the group. If everybody's comfortable with it, you can. The person can be helped with it. I would like for it to be a propulsion roll, because I need to see how fast you're able to get across the interior of the school. So who would like to roll that?
I don't have points in propulsion, but I also kind of am itching to roll something. So
Let's do it.
Roll.
Let's do
Let's
it.
go.
You're gonna get, if you're getting help from both Amara and
Mhm.
Samir, you get 2 rerolls anyway.
yeah.
Off
love
that,
it.
so just
Ooh, and I'm gonna need some of those rerolls. Let's see it. Okay.
what was it?
So outcome is a 1, which is bad.
It's a misfire. Oh boy.
Yeah. Side effect is a 5, so that's fine. And mood is a 2, which is also fine, I guess. So I guess I'll
Sadness. It's up to
reroll.
you. Yeah.
Yeah, I can live with sadness.
Is sadness an impulse or a question for you?
I believe it's a question.
So if you want to keep sadness, you're welcome
Also
to. But what I will say, yeah, and for that reason, you may want to keep it. Mechanically, if you
I
re-roll
want the
into an
XP.
impulse, you can
Yeah.
get. Well, it's up to you. It's up to you, right? But those are the options.
I'm gonna first use a reroll on the outcome because if it fails again, I want to re-roll it.
Perfect. Okay.
Oh, that's a 6. Lovely. Okay, let's reroll the mode.
All right.
That is love. Oh no.
Is love an impulse or a question?
Love is my impulse and also the mood related to my secret.
Oh, that's so good. Okay, so I will. So first, I resolve the success. You all get across the school without issue, right? Like the school is still completely empty inside, so
Yeah.
you're able to get past quickly over to the other side to the front doors, and you know that the car is parked right outside the front doors. You rolled for side effect, learn something. You rolled a 5. So again, you can ask me as the guide one of the following questions, or something similar. So if none of these are exactly what you want, you can adjust it. About the immediate situation that you're dealing with, which I will interpret as it can be about the moving through the school, which is the strictest interpretation here, but I'm going to allow the broader situation that you're engaged in, right, that we've just described, because I'm seeing this as a component of that.
Okay.
What has been hidden or overlooked? How is the person vulnerable? When I say the person here, you can decide who that is, of anybody who's involved in this situation, right? It could be the people who are frozen outside. It could be the voices that you heard screaming. It could be the voice that you heard talking, saying that, they have returned, they are the cure. Or it could be somebody else, right, that's involved directly in this situation. What is the biggest threat right now? What is my best path forward? What is the best escape route?
I mean, we've already got our escape route planned, so that's one's kind of pointless.
But now it's no longer an escape route. No.
No, I mean, okay, I have thoughts on that, which I do think we should still go back to the hall, to the bunker and chill out first. But maybe I just need to think of a similar question because this is
Sure. Yeah. Take your time with it. You can also resolve this after you resolve your mood. Are you going to embrace your impulse for your mood?
I do think I should resolve the mood first. Adi, would you permit my character's secret crush to be your character?
Oh my God! This is going to blow Amara's mind. What? Holy shit!
I mean, she's not confessing it right now. That's later. I'm not there yet. But since I have to
100%.
decide who my secret crush is before I can act on my impulse. Cool. So
Let's go.
my impulse on love is do something desperate to get their attention. And I think as we are making our way down the school really fast, getting to the back door. Oh God, what is something that would get Amara's attention? Oh God! Oh, I have the silliest idea. We are anachronistic middle schoolers.
Yeah, 100%.
Danny, would you permit me to imbibe the truth that Polly is wearing heelys, wheelies? What do you call those?
Wheelies.
The you know
Yeah.
the
Oh,
shoes,
100% yes.
the
Yeah,
shoes
yeah. The
that turn
shoes with the
into
wheels
the.
on it. Yes, fully, absolutely, yes.
So I'm gonna say as we're reaching the end of the thing in a desperate thing to like because she sees Amara being low and just to get Amara's attention, Polly is gonna kick open her. Are they Heelys or the Wheelies? I never had
Uh,
any.
I think they're
They're,
now
they're
I'm
platforms.
questioning it in my
They're
mind.
kind of like
They're
platform
Heelys. They're
shoes.
Heelys. They're called Heelys.
They're
The brand is
Heelys,
Heelys.
right?
The
They're
brand is
Heelys. Yeah,
Heelys.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm gonna she's just gonna kick open the wheels and just like do like a little like spinning exit out the door just to look a bit flashy, and then like immediately just like dart at like Amara to see like if Amara noticed, what was she impressed, etc. etc.
Will it get through the panic?
That's a good question.
I mean,
Yeah.
let's see. I'm going to roll for it.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Above 4. It's a 5. She definitely notices it. There's a small like of just admiration because yeah, I think like you've definitely been to one of her dance performances before, Bharatanatyam and
Oh,
all of
nice.
that. So yeah, you had dancer flair,
Hell
and
yeah.
Amara as just like but maybe because of the running that was at a bad time and she starts coughing
Oh
and
no.
immediately goes for that inhaler.
Okay, Danny, for the learn something,
Yeah.
does it have to be something necessarily for like the whole team to learn, or can it be like my character learning
I think it can
something
just
about
be
the
your
situation?
character. I think it can just
Okay,
be your character.
could I learn like how badly does it look like my friends need like okay, how do I word this as like a single question? Um Actually wait, no, I'm gonna reword this into something more general. Um what should be our priority right now?
Okay. Interesting. This is what I would say. I think that if I'm understanding your question correctly, I think that your priority is being able to understand what you're facing more than you understand it right now.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Whatever might happen in service of that, right? I think I understand maybe why you're asking. So I want to give a little clarity to that.
Yeah,
I
that
do
makes sense.
yeah, there's trade-offs, right, to the different ways of doing that. But I do think that the most important thing is better understanding and maybe being better prepared to engage with it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
okay. Do we have this team back? Do we have Steve?
Steve, you there?
Yep.
Okay. I think so then as soon as we do get outside and get to the car, after I have done my silly little flourish really, I will be like, okay, I know there's like the mall is going haywire and there might be voices there, but I am kind of realizing we need a plan and a strategy, and we need to like I don't know, do research. The kind of stuff nerds do. I think we should go back. I think we need to go back to the bunker before we can do anything about this.
I think that, as much as it pains me to say, I think our priority should be to get the singularity box back to the bunker. It is hidden and secure.
Yeah.
Samir,
What's up?
what do you think we should do?
Oh, I have been clear since the beginning. We get home, we figure out what the fuck is going on, and we try not to die along the way. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Then you start driving, and then
No, first it's time for rocket surgery.
Oh, right. We're doing the right. Yeah.
Yeah. So you've crossed the interior of the school. It was completely empty. You made it safely and quickly to the front doors. You know that the car is right outside. It sounds to me like you. Yeah, go ahead.
Could we have run by Amara's locker and gotten just a lot of the materials that she usually just keeps there?
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I mean, you the roll was a 6 in the end, so that's a strong success. I have no problem with you having picked that stuff up on the way. You move fast enough. You had time for that.
Cool.
Oh wait, also, is there any sign of like Polly's like driver in the car?
So you need to look outside to confirm that.
Oh shit, that's a bad idea.
Yeah. I mean, you're going to have to go out there now anyway, so you can confirm it when you go outside. But you wouldn't have known it so far. Like looking through the front doors, because front doors do have you can see through them, right? Like it's like a glass front. You don't see the driver. The car, though, as I recall, was still there. The driver walked away to smoke.
True.
So the car is there. But the driver, you don't, from inside at least, you don't see signs of the driver. But if you would agree with this, I would imagine the car has tints, right? So from the inside, you can't definitively tell if the driver is seated in the car or not.
Yeah.
So what would you all like to do? You next step in the general plan would be go outside, do the rocket surgery, right? As I understood it. But I don't want to hand wave that. Like, what do you do? How do you get outside? You just walk out through the door?
Oh, I thought we were already outside. I spinned out through the door.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So you just went out through the door. Perfect. When that's right. You did, but everybody follows, right?
Yeah.
So I'm getting cool. So you go out there, you spin out on your heelys out the door, and you're still on the pavement. There are grassy areas around the pavement. You immediately are able to see, as you look at those grassy areas, that they're undulating. They are twisting, and the blades of grass move like tentacles, and seem to be slightly growing. And as you get nearer to them, to any degree, you see they reach toward you.
Samir is weirded out, but Steve just sat up straight in his chair. So
yeah, Steve heard tentacles and growing and just like.
Steve's like, you're singing my song. Let's do that.
Steve's like,
white people.
Steve's like, why are we playing a middle school game? We should be playing an 18 plus game.
Oh, that's great. So that's happening. I will say the cars, like your family vehicle or whatever, your driver's vehicle, Polly, is where you expect it to be. Samir, your rocket rig is where you expect it to be. There is grass around it, but it's not on the grass. It's parked on pavement, so you can get to it on a paved path, right? If you want to. I will say you are going to have to check to see if your driver is in the car, because you can't tell from the outside. You do that or not. You all are welcome to look around as much as you want. If you look out past the parking lot, you are looking toward the mall, so that will impact you. You have not yet, you've just gotten outside. If you want to know like what the rest of the layout out there looks like, you are going to have to tell me what you do to do that. And then you may or may not need to roll about it, because you are in a situation where certain things you look at might be hard to look at.
So we are going to fix the singularity to inside the car, right? Not outside?
Inside, definitely.
What do you mean?
Okay.
Your thing has an inside and an outside?
Yeah.
It's a shoe. In my mind, it's fully a shoe with the steel toe in the front, and then you sit
I just keep
inside
thinking of the
shoe.
Eggman machine, so I'm like, it's kind of like open.
No, but even if it was like the whatever machine it is, it'll still have an engine outside, right? So I don't know if you want to attach it to the engine or to like the steering controls or whatever else. That's why I was confirming. If we're doing it on the inside, then immediately I am still, focused, locked in on the car. I'm gonna get in and I'm gonna get the others to get in. I'm gonna close the lid, close the hood, whatever it's called, the circular saucer thing, because it's see-through from the inside out, but not from the outside in. So if anybody notices they can't see us in, like that's the goal. So and also I established this also in the first session. So hey, you win some, you lose some, right? So, but that is the vibe for the thing right now.
I love that. That's super cool. That's great. You can go straight to that car if you want to, but you are also welcome to investigate the area around you at all, visually or physically. And especially you, Polly, if you want to check your car to see if your driver's there, you can do that. You don't have to. And you can all do different things if you want at the same time, right? Like you don't all have to do the same thing. You can divide and conquer a little bit and then come back together, or you can stay together.
It's just so risky.
I could try and send my drones up while I start work down here. They could get a bird's eye view.
They could. You can use bird's eye view specifically for that with the drones, since we flavored them as drones. And I would absolutely allow you to do something else simultaneously. You just wouldn't have your rocket rig with you, but you would have your Omni tool that you made last time. So that would still be available to you, but you are going to have to roll for the use of the Omni tool, right?
Sure.
I mean, we're rolling for rocket surgery anyway, right?
Mm-hmm.
Correct. I need to see, like, specifically because the Omni tool, I kind of let Adi have like a second rocket rig basically with the rocket. So I need to have a separate roll from the thing to make sure it's functioning the way that you're intending, and then we do the rocket rig. But like the rocket surgery you can contribute to with or without the Omni tool also.
Okay. So there is, you said there's like a pavement path to Samir's vehicle. Like we won't have to hit the plants for that. What about like Polly's car?
Also the same. They're parked next to each other, was my understanding, right? So like Polly's family car is here. The boot is Samir. Do you have a name for your vehicle?
Fuck it. Yeah, I call it Baby Girl. Yeah.
Oh God.
Baby Girl. So Baby Girl is next to the car. They're both parked next to each other, right next to the entrance of the school. So imagínate, there's grass around it in like a U shape, in the pavement.
A me shape.
But there's paved area around a U shape. It's shaped like Ulysses. No, it's like the letter U, right? Around it, like a horseshoe kind of, right? Around the parking spaces. And there's pavement, like there's paved stuff that's raised around it. And then there's sidewalk that leads onto the asphalt where the parking spots are. So you can go from the pavement to the asphalt and around. You just have to be careful not to cross the grass.
Yeah, okay, fine. I think Polly. See,
Asphalt. Yes.
hey, there's no fault with my ass.
Hey.
Tell the truth, Queen. Yeah.
I
The
think
Fault in
as
Our
we get
Ass,
there,
the much anticipated
Fault in
adult
Our
sequel
Ass.
to The Fault in Our Stars.
I'm sure that exists. I'm sure there's a parody that exists.
There has
For
to
sure.
be. Rule 34.
Actually,
right?
no, it would have to be. It would have to be British, so it could be The Fault in Ours.
In our arse. Yeah, that's,
Oh, okay, I like that.
that's so good.
Of course
I
you
love
do.
that.
I'm keeping this in, by the way. This is
Anyway.
not going to be edited out.
No.
Oh God.
It's okay. The game has to be rated to middle
Yeah.
schoolers. Our conversation
Yeah,
above table doesn't, right?
I
Like,
know. I just feel like over the past 12 months, I've had a lot of incriminating stuff that I've said not be edited out of things I've been in. So I'm a bit wary of my reputation on the internet at this point. But that's fine. Okay, I think as soon as we get to the thing, Polly will be like, you guys start. I need to check, like, if what name had I given this guy? I just called him Mr. Chauffeur. I might have just called him Mr. Chauffeur.
that works. I feel like maybe that's Polly's vibe with it, right? Or maybe like that's actually, look, we live in a world where you go to the middle school. So
That's
maybe
what I was
the
thinking.
guy's name is Mr. Chauffeur. I love that.
Yeah, Mr.
That's
Yeah.
perfect.
So I'm like, I, you guys start. I need to check if Mr. Chauffeur is still there. Did he come back from smoking? Is he affected? I could also probably grab some things from the car to help us. And yeah, so I will go check out car.
Perfect. I love that. So you do that. You go to check out the car while I'm guessing Amara and Samir go straight to Baby Girl. Is that right?
Yep.
Cool. Okay, so let's resolve Amara's family car, or sorry, Polly's family car first. So, Polly, how do you approach? Paint me a picture. What do you do to the car?
I think I'm just gonna kind of carefully get over just avoiding the grass areas and just stick my face onto the window and just look inside.
So you look inside and you see a figure in silhouette, hands on the steering wheel, staring forward. You can't make out details. You just see the silhouette.
But does it remind me of how the other people are standing around?
In the sense of it seeming to be unmoving and slack, yes. But you can't see detail through the tint. You need to open the...
I'll knock.
When you knock, you hear a sound from inside of the car. You don't see a movement in the silhouette. You hear a sound that is like...
That's not normal. Hey, Mr. C, can you open the door? I need to grab some stuff.
You don't hear anything.
Okay, that's. I will try to open the door, the back door, one of the back doors, not the passenger seat.
The back door is unlocked. You open it, and your stuff that you wanted to get is available for you to grab.
Lovely. But
is there a divider? Important question. Is there a divider in this car?
I don't think she's that rich. Also.
Okay, copy. So, do you go for your stuff?
I do go for my stuff.
You grab it. There's no interference. When you're going for your stuff, do you look in the front seat?
Absolutely.
What you see is what would you say is the most common flower in this area?
In the town? I mean, the most common flower is the flower, of course.
The flower. So what you see is a perfectly shaped silhouette of Mr. Chauffeur made entirely of the flower. The flower is the hands, the eyes. There's so much detail in it. It is as though someone, but it doesn't look like it's sculpted, to be clear. It's not like somebody cut a hedge into this, right? It looks like the flower, many parts of the flower, grew into the shape of Mr. Chauffeur.
Oh, hey, it's like that one of those. There's this one flower. I think it's a type of orchid that essentially grows in the shape of a bee, so that the bees will come and like sit on it.
It is like that. It is very much like that.
There's a lot of like flower. I forget what the word is called. There was a word for this.
Yeah. I know what you mean, though, because it does look like a bee to try to get another bee to come pollinate it, right? Is essentially, I think, the idea, if I'm recalling correctly.
Yeah. It's a whole. There's like one which also looks like a bird, I think, like for some weird reason. There's all sorts of weird. There was a word for it.
So I do typically, if I understood it correctly, think that it's about propagation, right? Like
it is about propagation.
It looks like, yeah.
It is. No, I'm just mad that I can't remember because this is something I studied in college.
It's okay.
But yeah, I think I will let out a really like loud like shriek and just kind of jump in place a bit after I grab my stuff and see that.
So when you shriek, the eyes of this plant, which are themselves flowers, so the eyes are flowers, turn to you, the head turns to you, you hear it when it does that, and your shriek is met by it opening its flowery mouth, going
Andy, how did
as soon as you stop screaming, as soon as you stop screaming, if you stop, it stops too. Like it fully just is mirroring you.
No, how did you make a flower into something scarier than I've ever experienced in a horror TTRPG? Like, fucking eldritch monsters don't make me feel this way.
I'm so sorry.
No,
but what do you do?
Danny, what do you do?
So you're screaming, it's screaming. What do you do?
No, I slam the door shut and leave.
Slam the door shut. Okay, perfect.
Crying. I leave crying.
Yeah, you leave crying.
Polly, are you okay? Because we would have heard the scream.
You would have heard it for sure. Yeah. You would have heard both screams.
Right next to us. Yeah,
you would have heard both screams. Yeah.
Oh, good Lord.
Flower monster.
You hear inside the car, by the way. You hear inside the car.
We need to start the rocket surgery now.
Yeah. I grab materials. I grab flower monster.
Yeah.
Can we rocket surgery while driving, or is that not allowed?
You can, but what's going to end up happening, especially since the Omni tool is involved too, what's going to end up happening is you're going to need to roll for the driving. I'm going to need Amara to roll for the Omni tool, and then we're also going to need to roll for rocket surgery. And all of those things are going to work in Congress with each other. I'm very excited about it.
It's a bad idea.
How far is the hideout from the school?
So it's not terribly far, but there are risks to moving physically, right? Like the truth that was established with the question that was asked before about learn something is the safest way, as risky as it is, for you to get out of this area to the bunker or in general is with the wormhole. Yeah. There will be risks to moving through the physical space, regardless of question of distance, even inside of your rocket rig.
No take backsies. We're doing this now.
Yeah. She's she like so. You said there's a blueprint, etc., etc. Where do we look at that?
Oh, yeah. So those are questions that we answer, but what I'll do is, depending on how we're doing this, first question, are you driving away while trying to install this, or are you going to try to install it before driving away? Or before
install it before driving away. Come on,
Please,
We can't
please.
fuck around with it.
All right. Are you going to try to use your Omni tool as a part of this?
Definitely, in terms of attaching parts of it, and like, you know, especially the antenna emitters.
So the blueprint for the rocket surgery info is on pages 28 and 29 of the PDF. So you can look at that. I'll also talk you through it. First, though, I am going to need you, Amara, to roll for your Omni tool to see if it's going to work. And you just tell me what trait you're going to use for that. I'm going to say for that one, you're not going to be able to take help because the Omni tool is something that you made just recently. I'll say that after you all are presumably back at the bunker, if Samir and Polly spend a little bit of time with the Omni tool or you teach them some stuff with it, they'll be able to help you with it past that point. But for right now, for this moment, you're on your own using it.
Yeah, I'm definitely, I mean, even though there's a desperate need for pace and speed at this point, Amara knows that design has to be solid first. So she's definitely going to put it into the design aspect. There's one free reroll.
Love it. So go ahead and roll and let me know what you get.
Well, the first dice is a 6. The second dice is a 3, and the third one is a 4.
Copy that. Do you remind me? Do you have a crush, right? On
Yes.
Samir's older brother Siddiq.
Siddiq, yes.
Okay. I'm gonna say this. You have the Omni tool in your hand, and it is functioning perfectly. Sorry, remind me what the third roll was? The mood roll?
4.
Which is hope. Is that an impulse or a question for you?
It's an impulse.
Do you think you're going to embrace it?
100%. Because
remember, you're maxed out on experience right now.
Yeah,
so that would give you.
I mean, didn't I do a small confession? Like
So technically, you need to you did, but to go through that, you have to fully confess your secret, right?
Yeah.
And then to one person, like one other PC, that other PC needs to accept that.
It's
and then
fine.
we'll go through that.
It's fine.
You can do it. You can do it right now if you want to. Like, but yeah. So you can do that. You do have one reroll if you want. I'm going to give you the chance. I'm going to give you this context, and then I'm going to give you the chance to let me know if you want to reroll anything or not. Obviously, I assume you're not going to want to reroll the 6 on the outcome. This is working. You see Siddiq past you, like past the car, in the area like where all these people are frozen in place, seemingly. You see Siddiq standing there. Siddiq was a member of the Rocket Club, Samir, or Siddiq was never a member of the Rocket Club?
I don't think.
We never established it, so whatever works for now, yeah.
I'm good either way. I need you all to tell me.
You know what? To make this more interesting, fuck it, he was not.
Okay. So because he was not a member of the Rocket Club, he is frozen in place. Body slack, head forward. Looking over at you, Amara, or at least in your direction. And the plant growth that is quickly growing into his same shape is also in its growing form turned toward you, looking in the same direction. Because your crush is present and you rolled look foolish, if you do not re-roll that and get something else, you are going to take a condition.
Definitely, I will use my one reroll for that.
Okay, go for it.
It's a 5.
Okay, learn something. So this is how I'd love to flavor this. Because you re-rolled it, you very nearly fumbled in a way that you can describe, because it's up to you. It's not up to me, right? The side effect is determined by you. But you almost looked foolish, and you recovered. And you recovered in a way that allowed you to lock in and learn something in this moment. What I need from you is I need you to tell me how you embrace your impulse for hope and how you move from possibly looking foolish into learning something. And then I will be able to resolve the question of what you learned.
I think at first there's just like horrified realization that, like, you know, even Siddiq would be this, and like, you know, the like her big like, you know, doe eyes just kind of fill with tears instantly. But there is this is stupid. Mr. Spock would never be this way. And she will immediately just kind of like, you know, wipe her face and lock in as she creates the most fail-safe connection between the emitter plate and the attunement plate, so that we have now a direct interface, a plan and a route for the wormhole emitter to work from.
Perfect. The rocket surgery itself is going to be a question of how well it's installed into what you just put in there. But what you just put in there as an interface already works from this. Learn something. You can ask any of these or something similar to them. What has been hidden or overlooked? How is this person vulnerable? In this case, I'm going to say that's about Siddiq specifically. What is the biggest threat right now? What is my best path forward? What is the best escape route?
What is the first question again?
What has been hidden or overlooked?
Yes, I think that is what we should also have an insight into. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, makes sense.
Like about the whole plants becoming people clones and all of that, you know?
Perfect. So how much do you think your three characters know about biology?
I mean,
you're like, Polly, nothing. Yeah.
Amara is a science genius. She knows everything.
Okay. Amara, you specifically understand, you're able to put together that these plants seem to be mirroring the DNA of the people who they look like.
Yeah.
So
but
if the DNA is a blueprint, if the DNA is a blueprint, right? They are following that blueprint instead of the blueprint they might normally follow, to try to be as much like it's like the DNA of Siddiq is spilling over into the DNA of the plant. The DNA of the plant is rewriting itself like that.
It is also cellular mitosis at a phenomenal pace. I cannot even imagine the amount of energy that is being consumed in the creation of these plant people.
But that is the thing that would have been previously unrevealed, right? Like hidden or overlooked. That is the case. I will say that while this is happening too, Polly, I know you came out of the car crying. Are you looking in the same direction that Amara is looking, where Siddiq is and all that?
Absolutely not. I think after the car experience, Polly is like just looking inside. She does not want to look at people right
Copy.
now.
So you're looking inside. Samir, where are you looking?
Focus was in the car to get the stuff set up, but I think noticing Amara's reaction, he is going to look up outside the car and see Sadiq.
So you see Sadiq, and
Yeah.
you see a little ways behind Sadiq among the other people who are there. And there are other people there that you would recognize, right? These were all people related to the school. So pretty much everybody out there, you'd have at least some shot at recognizing. Among that crowd further out, you do see with a cigarette hanging from his mouth, still burning, smoke billowing up, Mr. Chauffeur standing, like this as well. But that's past your brother, and your brother is much closer, much further away because he had gone further away to smoke, right? So you see him in the distance, but you know what Mr. Chauffeur looks like, so you would recognize him out that way.
Is Sadiq and Sadiq plant clone the first things that have looked at us?
Sort of, because the plant clone of Mr. Chauffeur inside the car
Also,
looked at
yeah.
it, right? But it took stimulus to do that. You're not necessarily clear on why Sadiq is looking at you, but above table, I would say that you have some reason to think that something you did caught its attention.
I mean, Omnitool.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Possibly. The other thing that might come together in your head is that and or, because it doesn't have to be just one thing, you have the singularity with you.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Samir, is there anything you want to do before we get into rocket surgery?
Well, this is a problem, right? Because his brother's right there and he will want to help his brother, but also the seriousness of the situation. He's the one who said we can't stop for anybody else. And
you can only fit
Yeah.
3 people if you squeeze in the car. You can't fit
but
4.
Sadiq can drive because he's older.
Right.
Fuck. I think he's just gonna freeze in the moment. He's not sure what to do, and I think we're gonna keep. Yeah.
I think Amara would reach out and she's should be in between both of you. She would reach out and hold both your hands in hers and just squeeze. And I know this is difficult, but we need to work on this. The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few.
But okay, Danny, I would like to ask if I can take a condition here.
Yeah, 1,000% you can take a condition. What do you have in mind?
Helpless. That's what I'm thinking. I think it makes
Okay,
sense
yeah.
in the moment, even though there wasn't a role or whatever. But this situation, seeing his brother right there, who is the closest, he's basically raised Samir, right? So it is. Fuck. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. What I'm going to do, if you're okay with this, is I'm going to say take the condition helpless. That makes all the sense in the world. I'm going to offer 2 things to you. One is you can roll about how you're going to try to deal with these emotions in this moment. And depending on the outcome of that roll, you can process them in a way that may or may not lead to you still taking the condition, or it could get worse. That's one option. The other option is we can go simpler. We don't have to do a full roll about it. I do think that it is. I like to reward leaning into story stuff. So I say luck will be on your side a little bit more with the rocket surgery. If you don't roll about it, you just take the condition. You will have the condition helpless, but you will also have an additional reroll as a group on top of whatever you land on when you're doing the blueprint for the rocket surgery itself.
Yeah, I'm taking the condition, no rules.
Okay. So put down helpless. That is your second condition?
Yep.
Am I right about that? Okay. You have the condition helpless. You collectively are going to have one additional reroll on the blueprint. Is everybody ready to get into rocket surgery? Great. So for rocket surgery, we're going to discuss the questions in each of these tables to design the project and then add up the reroll adjustments together. So first question is, what does it do? Here are the options, general bucket options. One cool thing. Each additional cool thing that it does modifies differently. Each incredible thing adjusts further. So given the nature of what you're doing, where you are integrating this singularity into the car, it's already an incredible thing, right? Is how I'm ruling that.
But
so that's,
it's not a direct thing, because not only has the interface been created to incorporate into the car,
right.
It is also there is an already existing thing, a plate that actually is the drawing part of the energy, right? Like, so there is,
For sure.
because it's like, and in addition to the math, like, you know, there is a kind of like positioning kind of thing, like, you know,
Right.
like universal coordinates kind of situation. So
for sure, I think that's why it's only one incredible thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you're just the only thing that you're doing right now. You don't have to get it to attach. The attaching, like, you have to get it to attach, but the point is, like, you already created a thing for it to get onto, right? The incredible thing is you're getting the power of the singularity to apply to the whole car, right?
Yeah.
That's the only incredible thing. That is -2 to your rerolls. So you already had one reroll, so you're at -1 reroll so far. This adds up across the whole thing. Is there any other cool thing that you want it to do, or incredible thing, or do you want it to just be that?
So I am pitching for it, right? Like, it's not a, I mean, it could still be an incredible thing. It's not the wormhole is still going to be made separately. It's just going to be made in front of the car, and the car goes.
So the car can drive through. So all you're trying to do is aim the car.
Yes.
If that's is everybody comfortable with that idea as a restriction?
I was thinking of something cool and incredible, which is make the car wormhole itself, basically.
Yeah, that is bad juju. If that fucks
No,
up,
it's great. It's an incredible thing.
Scattered.
Come on, Adi. Come on.
No,
Wormhole car.
if we are putting the wormhole inside the car, then the car will become the wormhole, right?
We want the car to be a car that can go.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was also thinking.
Yeah, we wanted to go.
So I will say there are 3 of you, so we can do it as a vote, because you do have an odd number. So we can leave it to a vote if we want.
Adi, come on.
All right, fine. Okay, yeah, okay.
I will say, though, you do get one free cool thing in what you're constructing. So you have the incredible thing, that's -2 on the roll, but you can put one cool thing on there also. The examples here are like launch a grappling hook, intercept police radio. Like, it would have to be something mundane, but you can, in your modifications you're doing to the car, add one cool thing for free, basically, if you want to.
Ooh. It plays Bad Bunny when it uses
Bad Bunny.
No, it
does it play it out into the world? Like, does it like
no.
announce Bad Bunny into the world? Or does it just
What we have done is we have weaponized Bad Bunny, and like it's a sonic disruption cannon.
No, 100%. I get that. Well, that gets into. I'm gonna allow that as one cool thing. It's maybe a little bit incredible, but I like it a lot. I'm gonna allow it to be a cool thing. I like that idea that you're just like playing Bad Bunny to the crowd as a weapon. My question is, when you use this now, it's gonna play Bad Bunny, right? Like that's what's gonna happen the first time that you test this to the crowd around you. That's what's gonna happen. I want to be clear on this from now. Yes.
Fine.
Yeah. It's essentially a 300 decibel fucking.
It's like normal, like when the TARDIS is, it makes whooshy Doctor Who fantasy sounds. When we wormhole, we just play Bad Bunny.
It's yeah.
This is great.
Te pregunto. Yeah. That's beautiful. I'm so happy.
Me psychic damage.
You know what? Damage. Yeah, when it's revving up, it goes a, and that's how you know it's getting started. Yeah, I'm so happy.
Was
about
it
this.
not playing in the bunker all the time? Not enough.
It's constant. It's constant in the bunker. The shortwave radio never stops playing it. Canonically. So, A is how this is going to be. Te pregunto, mucha novia, mucha novia, I think I'm okay the way I just did it now from I don't think we're going to get marked for anything. But that's how it's going to, as I was going to play. Great. Love it. Locked in. So, we're at a negative one right now with these features. Next question, what is it made of? Here are the options. Mostly scavenged scraps, regular Rocket Club supplies, mostly high-quality materials, or some alien technology in addition to one of the previous options. I'm going to say you don't have access to alien technology right now, so that's off the table for the moment.
What would you call a wormhole?
Well, that's fair. I mean, that's a fair question, and you don't know the provenance of the wormhole. So I will say the wormhole can give you a +2 because that will. I'm not revealing whether it's alien technology or not, but I will say it counts as though it is. So that brings you to a +1 so far. What about the rest of it, though? Because you picked up.
We are.
How are we +1? Because didn't we have -2 on the last one?
But you had a plus. You had a +1 that I'd given off of the condition that Samir.
Yes. Okay. Lovely. Right. +1.
So that's why you are -1. Now with this +2, you're at +1 plus the whatever you're using for materials other than the worm.
A lot of the materials that Amara acquired was she has a appropriated stash of NASA scavenged material in her locker.
Perfect. And then whatever Polly got from the back of the car, what would you say those are?
I think Polly probably would not be going around carrying any of the NASA level materials, but just the more general brand offered things that might be useful in a pinch.
So I'm hearing that those are probably roughly regular Rocket Club supplies.
Yeah, more or less.
And that the NASA ones are the more high quality materials. So on balance, that adds another +1, so you're at +2 on your rerolls right now. Who's making it? 2 club members, 3 or more club members, 3 or more with extra help from capable non-player characters. It's the 3 of you. You're all involved in this. Yeah. So that's another +1. So you're at 3 rerolls right now.
Okay.
How long will it take? We need it now. No time to waste.
We need it
now. No time to waste.
So that's a -1. So that is down to 2 rerolls. Drawbacks. You can use each option once, combining the result. So the drawbacks give you additional rerolls. You're not. I'm looking at it here. I'm not seeing anything that specifies for rocket surgery that you are capped on your number of rerolls. So I'm going to allow you to have as many rerolls as the number of drawbacks you take allows. You're now at 2 rerolls. The cap is normally 3. You can take up to 6 rerolls from where you are right now. Total. So the 2 you have plus another 4. This is how it breaks down, because you can only take each of these up to 1 time. You don't have to take any of them. A major flaw. An additional major flaw. So that allows you to take 2 of them. I'll give you the examples of major flaws in a moment. And a dangerous defect. So each major flaw adds a reroll. The dangerous defect adds 2 rerolls. So the major flaw, examples are like it has to stay in one location, can only be used once, that kind of thing. The dangerous defect causes extra unintended harm and destruction.
Hey, I did say that Amara suspected that the wormhole manifestation works because what the singularity does is it causes micro tears in the time-space continuum, right? So
keep in mind that if you
effect.
Keep in mind it can cause a tear here. You're taking it to the bunker. Even if it doesn't cause a tear landing at the bunker, if you take it out of the bunker, it would then also cause a tear there if you establish that as true.
Do we need?
And it has been used before.
But it has been used before. That's what.
Right.
So it's not.
So it's also possible that it doesn't always cause tears. But then I'm going to make you roll about whether it causes a tear.
Yeah, I don't want to.
In this case, you'd cause a tear here, and then I would have to make you roll for it every other time that you go to use it to see if it causes a tear.
Do we need more rerolls?
No.
2 is great, right?
Yeah.
2 is pretty good,
Yeah.
It's a judgment call. There's no wrong.
I do have one thought for getting more rerolls, but I think Adi will kill me if I say it. So.
No.
Now I gotta know what it is.
Yeah. If it makes sense, I'm not gonna bite your head off.
Okay, since we've already established that it plays Bad Bunny as a sonic weapon, what if the dangerous defect is that the sonic weapon isn't really controllable? So it does kind of just shatter windows and just wreck shit around it sometimes because it plays too loud.
So I think that's great. I will say, as a reminder, the Bad Bunny will play in the bunker.
Never mind. We don't need extra rerolls. We do not need the extra rerolls.
Steve, what do you think on your side?
I was trying to think of a fun defect or whatever, but I can't really. Brain is not coming up with stuff. I think
Brain is not trying to come.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, unfortunately. But I think maybe the defect could be that we can either open the wormhole or have the car be indestructible. It can't be both at the same time. That could be a thing. Okay. That could be an effect. What do we think?
Sorry, what did you say?
So the thing for the car right now is that it goes boom, right? You can blow things up with it. So the thing could be that once you've started the wormhole, the car can't operate normally. It cannot blow things up. So that could be the defect, or the side effect, whatever. Where it's either
I'll say this:
whoop whoop or car drive whoop whoop, right? Yeah.
I think that makes sense. Since we're technically modifying your rocket rig, what I would say for this dangerous defect is I'm going to allow that as the dangerous defect. If each of you want to take a major flaw, I'm going to say that the major flaw is that it also does not let your rocket rig function while this is happening. So basically, if each of you take it, you'll get, for a major flaw, you get +1. Steve, for the dangerous defect you pitched, you'd get +2. You would be able to get up to +4 on what you have already, so 6 rerolls. If all of you are willing to set up a situation where while the wormhole is functioning for the car, your rocket rigs don't work.
I don't like that.
For all of them?
Well, not just for the defect. I'll take just yours for the defect, Steve. But what I'm saying is you can get 2 more rerolls, up to 2 more rerolls. If the other 2 characters, it also applies to them, or something about how this is set up.
You don't need that many rerolls.
You don't. But I'm making the offer in case you want.
The rerolls are only to attach this the first time, or is it every time we roll it?
No. So this is to make it work. Once it works, if you get this to do what you want it to do, it'll continue to function. The only way that it would not continue to function is if you took a major flaw that was like it can only be used once, but you're not doing that.
So it's only a one-time roll kind of situation, right? It's not all the time. So I think we can risk it with 2 rerolls. I feel like we can. If this was like an always thing, then we would love to have more rerolls. But I think for now, 2 rerolls is fine. Yeah.
I will say that this is setting it up forever, right? Like meaning like this will work or this won't work. I'm not saying you can't try to install it again. You can definitely do that under other circumstances. But getting this right now, getting it to be exactly what you want it to be, right, is potentially advantageous in the sense of you can make it really, really good for you if you get exactly what you need. But you don't have to take risks or make compromises. You have at a minimum 2 rerolls already. Everything else.
We're not currently at the situation where we need to, risk everything and do it. Yeah. Right now, we're still figuring stuff out. Early stages, we don't even know what's going on. So I don't think we would, like, in character also would not be like, this is a make or break thing. It's fine if it doesn't work. Worst case scenario, we blow up and we die, right? It's fine. Episode 3 is going to be a bunch of new characters. It's fine. We'll figure it out. I think,
and the back half of episode 2. We'll come back from the break with a new cast. Well, same cast, new characters. Okay, so no dangerous defect, no flaws, just 2 rerolls.
Yep.
Is that right?
Sounds great.
Who wants to roll it?
I think we give it to Assis because the other 2 we maxed
let's
out.
Get it,
right?
Let's get into Assis because because that's going to let's do that.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I was excited, but now that you said let's give it to Assis, I feel like pressure.
You'll be good. You have 2 rerolls.
Freudian slips.
We got 2 rerolls. Come
on. We're only the same 3 things, right?
It's the same 3. So to give you the context from the beginning, it is outcome, side effect, mood, as usual. This is how it resolves. 1 outcome for the whole project, 1 side effect that, so you don't get like, let's say you roll a 5 on side effect, you don't each get to ask me a question. Together, you decide what question you want to ask me.
Okay.
And for mood, you each individually resolve how you engage with your mood prompt for that mood.
Including getting experience?
Including getting experience.
Oh.
Although the other 2 can't get experience right now anyway because they're cast.
I know.
But yes.
It sucks to be them. I'm going to level up and then I'm going to do my secret scene and get my new thing before they even decide to resolve theirs.
Amara is an overachiever. This is nothing new.
That's awesome.
Okay, that's looking good. Okay. We have a 6 on outcome, so that's great.
Let's fucking go.
Side effect is a 3 right now, which is look foolish. I'm
which
okay
would
with that.
lead to that's going to lead to another condition for Amara, just so you know.
Why Amara?
Because it applies to all of you. Because Sadiq is there.
Right.
And,
God damn it. Okay, 2 heroes, that's fine. And mood is thrill, which is a prompt mode for Polly, so I have no issues with that.
Okay, it's an impulse, right? Yeah.
It's an impulse. So I think
beautiful.
Either 2 of you find with thrill as the mode. Cool. So then we just need to roll side effect.
Love it.
Yeah.
That's bad. That's a
what was it? But it was a what? It's a crisis. It's good you have a second reroll.
Yeah, second reroll.
We have 1 more reroll.
Hey! So with a 6, you get something extra. You accomplish some small additional action related to what you were trying to do. So what is that? What is the extra? You fully, my part of it, the outcome, you got a full success. You fully integrate this into what Amara set up with the Omni tool, smooth as butter, purrs like a kitten. The baby girl is ready to bend time and space for you. What's the something extra that you get out of this?
Ooh, what can we get out of this?
it does technically need to be some small additional action.
Yeah.
That's the whole parameter. So it can't be massive in scope, but it can be cool. Yeah.
Thoughts?
Maybe Baby Girl has a, like, when the immediate action, like, the warping wormhole is starting, things that are in, like, the general range of Baby Girl also get taken into the thing.
That's bad for us.
So I was gonna say, do you want to do that? Like, do you want to be able to choose that? Like, if it just happens in like a field, you're going to be pulling in moving grass, the other car, the plant version of Mr. Chauffeur in the other car.
Very bad.
Maybe Sadiq, but if you pull Sadiq in, you're also going to pull in plant Sadiq, right?
Yeah,
all that's going to end up in the bunker.
Okay, I don't think this is a small thing, but has anyone seen this show from this 90s called Knight Rider?
Yes.
Yes, exactly. So I don't know if this qualifies as small thing or not, Danny, but because we successfully got a 6 and we got another 6, right? Technically, even though it's not. The car is now, Baby Girl is now sentient.
That's massive.
Yeah, I know.
It is. I will accept the hustle under the following circumstances. You're going to have to figure out how to engage with it, right? Like, it's sentient, but it's not, there's going to be a learning curve, and it speaks to you as Bad Bunny.
We already have an annoying robot in the base. Do we need to?
But also Knight Rider.
Okay, fine. Yeah, okay. I'm down with this on the condition that I get to resolve my own prompt first.
Yeah, you can 100% resolve your own prompt first, but I will say that as it hums to life, you hear the thumping beat of a Bad Bunny.
I need my mood prompt to be before this.
Go. Okay, perfect.
I need it to be before this for everything to make sense.
Okay, go for it. Go.
Okay. So we did roll thrill for mood.
Yes.
My impulse for thrill is convince someone that you're right. And so in the middle of I know not my other experience did I? Huh? Okay. In the middle of us putting in all the important things, Amara's trying to like get really like finicky stuff right. I'm sure like there's a lot of intense things going on. Polly is helping out, and there's just like, this would be really cool if it played Bad Bunny also. Oh my god, we should make it play Bad Bunny. We have to make it play Bad Bunny. Amara, we okay, you know what? While you guys are doing this,
I can acknowledge its weapon as its value as a tactical
no, it's amazing. It's great. Like, why would we need style? We need character. We're gonna make it play. You guys make it work. I'm gonna input Bad Bunny into it. So yeah, that's my convincing someone that you're right.
I think that is.
I have a condition beautiful. That if that is to be a possibility, our motto is going to be "Let's rock it."
Actually, our condition is gonna be Bad Bunny rocks.
She done say it. I think like after the thing gets done and Polly sits down as well, Samir has to drive. So Polly just gets in a very pouty, like, Amara just plomping herself down with an extra oomph down on her lap.
Yeah, Anyway, please go on, Dan.
How about we combine the two instead of Let's Rock It and Bad Bunny rocks? Bad Bunny can rock it.
Bad Bunny can rock it.
Bad Bunny can rock it. How does Amara feel about that?
I hate you both, and I hate the world.
Is that a yes?
No, we don't.
Yes.
Bad Bunny can rock it. Reverberates across the inside of Baby Girl as you successfully convinced this is you fully fill your XP track. You're welcome to confess your secret at any time. And the car hums to life, and you hear the beat drop, and you hear "Yo sigo siendo lo mismo, no he cambiado," which translates to "I'm still the same, I haven't changed," and then says "Ahora yo hago lo que me da la gana," which translates to "Now I do whatever I want."
Oh no!
And and the car it fully speaks to you solely in Bad Bunny lyrics. And both of those were Bad Bunny lyrics. And and it comes to life, and it is ready to go. Before you turn on the singularity, is there any last thing that you want to do?
There's 2 mood prompts. These guys have 2 mood prompt as well.
Oh
Yes, you do. You do have to both move around. Thank you very much.
Uh,
And I will say retroactively, I'm realizing because I'm still getting the rules fully in my head. I think, Adi, what you did with Amara earlier, that wasn't a confession of your secret, but was a moment of bonding, should have let you clear a condition. Because I'm going to interpret that as a moment of rest and care. Because you can take rest and care anytime. You just need to go have an emotional conversation with somebody, essentially.
Cool.
Right? That allows you to rest and care. And I fully feel like that was an example of that. So retroactively, you can clear a condition. You have 2, right? But you only had 1 at the time.
Oh, no. I only had one.
And what was it again? Remind me.
As you said, deleted. Melancholic.
So I would just say acknowledge how the melancholy went away through connecting with your friends, and then do the mood prompts, and then we're good.
I think it's been a while since the Rocket Club has just been the Rocket Club. All of us have been doing separate things for a bit, but I mean, this is like the good old days, like all the way back in last year when I met these people. It was so fucking long ago. She just, I think she smiles because this was the Rocket Club was where she felt safe. There were her people. Like, no matter how strange in tastes they may be inclined towards, but but I think it's in that, it's in watching Polly and Samir just bicker and talk, and the fucking Bad Bunny. It's just I mean, it just brings a smile to her face, I think. And I think in that thrill, in all of that, I think she just calls her. She's going to take a risk, and she's just going to in excitement shout out Bad Bunny can rock it, and just kind of hug Polly, because she is sitting on your lap, right, closest person. Yeah.
On my lap.
Yeah, there's only two places
Oh yeah,
where
that's
how
true.
You gotta squeeze
Where
it.
yeah. That's why I
And-
said like she plops herself down.
And
on your
Samir's
lap.
driving. And Samir's driving.
Yeah, and Samir's driving.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I said that. Like.
Okay,
sometime
then I think Polly will be blushing like the entire time.
Let's go. Samir, what about your mood prompt?
So I was looking at the mood prompt and for thrill, and I realized that I did do thrill earlier. It was something completely unexpected when I took off my shirt and I danced around. And I realized that I never really called that I put my shirt back on. So has Samir just been shirtless his entire time? Is that what we're...
I think so. I mean, I'm comfortable either way. I think it's a bold choice for Samir to have been shirtless the whole time.
Yeah,
a lot's
you know
been
what?
going
Fuck it,
on.
yeah.
Who has time to put a shirt back
A
on?
lot's
Yeah,
been going on.
that's great. So he's still holding on to the shirt, but it's he's not wearing it.
Yeah.
So he's gonna put the shirt back on finally, and something unexpected that I think he's gonna do. I was actually gonna go for a hug, but since Amara's done that, I'm not gonna repeat it. And he's instead going to just
You can all three of you can hug if you want
Yeah.
to. You can do like that.
it doesn't feel unexpected anymore because it's happened, right? I guess in that sense.
Fair.
So the hug is great, but I think what he's going to do is he's just going to gently pat the steering wheel of the car and just be like, "All right, baby girl, let's do this." And this is the first time
You've
either
taken
of
the
you
same quirk as me, haven't you?
same what?
You've taken the same rocket quirk as me, haven't you?
Yes,
Yeah.
probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I see.
so this is the first time the two of you have actually heard him call the car baby girl, right? So that's the unexpected thing. You've never heard that this is the nickname for it. And I just gently like pat it and I'm like, "All right, baby girl, let's do this. And you're the best. And I love you." And in the words of Bad Bunny, I should have taken more photos of you when I had you, but since you're already here, we'll take some more photos when we get back. And
Okay, now say it in Spanish.
I do not want to butcher that. It's a beautiful language. I'm not butchering it. Thank you.
Oh, y'all warm my heart so much. I love this game. Okay, so all of that happens. You embrace your mood prompt. I do actually need one more roll from you all, because technically, to turn on the singularity, we've established already from discussions in the prior session, requires a roll. So you fully, like, it's all locked in here. Everything is on, but somebody's got to turn the singularity on. If you're all willing to risk conditions, I'll allow the two of you who are not rolling to help the person who is rolling. My pitch might be for Samir to be the one to roll it because Samir is driving and technically it's like driving oriented. Does that sound good to you, Steve?
Yeah, fair.
Cool.
How long does
everybody's
this have
helping?
to be for the thing to resolve the experience?
Huh?
Not terribly long, but you do need to be able to sit there and talk to. You have to pick one of the other PCs, and then you have to confess
fair. Yeah, that's gonna take too
your.
long. Never mind. I thought it could be like
It doesn't have to take a ton of
moment.
time, but like
Yeah, like before I punch the button, just blurt out my secret, and that's it. We're done. But I think that
I
takes away
also
from the
considered
spirit of
this.
it. Yeah.
So you 100. Well, I will say technically you can. The other person has to choose how they're going to respond to it, and then we can resolve it after, right?
Yeah, no, I think this requires a longer conversation, especially with what happened with Sadiq just now.
Yeah,
So I'm going
yeah,
to save that for.
yeah.
It's fine. I'll sacrifice the experience. Fuck it. We ball. Let's do this.
Okay, let's do it.
All right. So pats the steering wheel, whispers sweet nothings to baby girl, and I'm gonna roll for the thing with the stuff. Oh, we didn't establish what I'm rolling. I'm gonna go for impact because we need to do this boom boom, and we need to boom tube basically. So the boom makes sense. No, wormholes are called boom
I
tubes in the
love
DC
it.
universe, right? That's the reference I was making.
They are called boom tube. That's
Yeah.
true.
I mean, that's
So,
because they're not
as-
wormholes, they're boom
as-
tubes.
As Samir,
Right.
as Samir is whispering sweet nothings to baby girl, Amara is just like looking at him with head cocked and just like, suddenly a lot of things about him make more sense to me.
Wow. Okay. So I rolled the roll.
Hey, you're distracted.
I rolled the roll for the stuff. I got a 2, a 1, and a 5. So
Okay, so you
Oh,
have 1 in
oh.
impact, right? And you got help from 2 people, so you have 3
2 in
rerolls.
impact.
So you said you have 2 in impact, so you have
Yep.
4 rerolls. So you have a
Let's
2,
go.
you have a 2, a 1, and a 5. So
Let's get the
I'm going to
two.
reroll
Yeah,
both
'cause the 2's a
2 and the
failure.
1.
2. Well, if you want, you can reroll 1 at a time, right? So if you want, reroll the 2,
Yeah.
see how that goes. Because
That's
a failure,
another one.
a
What the
crisis,
fuck?
and then now it's a
no.
misfire. So to be clear, you can't pick from these. It's whatever's most recent, right? So now you have a misfire, a crisis, and whatever happens.
Reroll.
Yeah.
Reroll.
I'm rerolling again.
Reroll the first one.
Reroll it. You have
Reroll
2
the first
rerolls. You have
It's a
3
3.
rerolls left.
That's a 3. Fuck.
Okay, that's a failure. Now you have 2 rerolls left.
Failure is better. Failure is better than.
Yeah.
Well, it's better than the misfire for sure.
Yeah.
Still have 2 rerolls. I'm risking it, right? I'm still risking it for the
Wait, Steve,
outcome.
question. The side effect is, what do you have the side effect right now?
Crisis.
Yeah, I would say reroll the side effect first, because
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll reroll this. I'll reroll the side effect.
Yeah.
That's another 3. I'll take the 3 for the side effect.
Look
Right.
foolish. That's fine. Okay.
And now final reroll for the outcome. Fuck. Okay. That's another 3. God damn it. What are these rolls?
you made it better, at least.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So you were not able to get this singularity to function. The math is tricky, and it's a little beyond you in this moment.
Oh no. Wow, the singularity didn't function, and my recording setup just died. That's great.
He's back. No, he's the on-air is back, which means
Yeah, the singularity fucked us,
us.
so my stream also died, or my recording also died. That's.
I'll take it from the top of the thing I said, just so that we have.
Oh, can you not hear
Usually
me
he
yet?
gets back pretty fast after the audio comes back.
Hello.
No worries. It's
Testing
okay.
1, 2, 3. They can't hear me.
I don't know that you all would have seen this, but I know we're a
They
little
can't
bit
hear me.
over
None
where
of
we
them can
wanted to
hear
be.
me, which is
Right?
great.
Yeah,
Because if they
Result.
can't hear me, then I can just talk shit, right? But wait.
Hey, we can hear you now. We can hear you now.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna take it from the top of what I just mentioned to you all. But just in case you hadn't had a chance to look at the chat, once this resolves, like once we figure out how you get back to the bunker, I'll take us to break, or like once we're in process, I'll take us to break so that we can break for like 5 or 10. People can go to the bathroom, get drinks, etc. Then we'll come back to finish out the episode with the bunker stuff. Does that sound okay to everybody?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And how much longer would we be playing after the break?
An hour. An hour. It just be. We're just gonna do bunker stuff. Basically, you're gonna have time to resolve your confessions of your secrets if you want.
Yeah.
Plan for the return to the mall area if that's what you want to do, and then we'll pick up the 3rd episode with you enacting the plan. That's what I'm thinking. If there's anything else you want to do, you're welcome to do that. But that's the shape I have in my head. Right?
Cool.
Because I'm worried about time for y'all. All right, Steve, because I know the recording blipped for a second. Is everybody's captions looking good on your side? Are we where we need to be for the overlay or whatever you need us to, wherever you need us to be for what we're filming?
Looks good.
Okay, perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it back to what I was just saying about the outcome. I'll take that from the top in case that's easier for you for the edit, and then we'll go from there. Sound good?
Yeah, makes sense.
Cool. Okay, so the wormhole doesn't get created. Engaging with the singularity to create a wormhole is tricky. The math is finicky, and in this moment, Samir has a lot on his mind, especially having to leave Sadiq behind. How does Samir look foolish while trying to accomplish this? Steve, I don't know if you're talking, but if you are, we can't hear you. You might be muted.
Yeah, hi, sorry. I took a bite of food right as you started talking, and I was trying to chew as quickly as possible. Anyway,
No worries. It's okay.
Yeah, so I think he's leaned in. He's whispering sweet things to baby girl, and in his eagerness to do so, he leans forward a little too quickly and slams his head against the horn, like the space for the horn of the wheel, right? And just like an involuntary headbang against the steering wheel is and it looks really silly. And he has a big bruise, or not a bruise, but he has a big red mark on his forehead. That's how he looks foolish in front of his friends, I guess. Does that work?
Yeah, you don't have a crusher rival in front of you, so you don't take a condition off that.
Yeah.
What was the mood that you rolled?
I got a 5, so another thrill.
Okay, so are you going to embrace your thrill?
I could, but I can't think of anything that I could do here that's unexpected. I've already hit my head against the wheel. I've already called, my car sweet names. You
don't have to also, especially since you can't take experience from it. This could be a moment where maybe it's not emotionally true for Samir that he would, embrace the thrill. But if he wants to, even though he's not going to take experience, he absolutely can.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. My completely unexpected thing is shutting down the singularity, putting the car in drive, and just speeding out. That's the unexpected thing. Does that work? Is everyone okay with that?
It works for me. Yeah, is everybody okay with that? I'm getting a little bit of echo, by the way, Steve, just from the audio.
I fixed it.
Since you came back. Perfect, thank you. Okay, so you now are in drive. I want to give Polly and Amara an opportunity to react to the fact that now you're driving through this space. You can try to re-engage, each of you can try to re-engage the singularity. I'm going to say each subsequent attempt is going to take -1 to reroll, partially because you're in motion now, right? And I'm going to say that the way that time is moving, there will be external consequences outside of the car for each failed attempt. So whoever's going to attempt it next, if you want to attempt to kick it up again while in motion, is going to start with -1 reroll. And if it fails again, it is going to trigger something outside of the car. And then the third person can try it again after that point. It'll be with -2 rerolls. Same idea. What do you think?
Honestly, I don't know if I'm up for trying it again. Singularity scary.
That's fair. And you don't have to, but you are welcome to. And what I will say is that as the car, as baby girl, drives out, blasting Bad Bunny, right? Titi te preguntó is what's playing immediately, right? Incredibly loudly. You see that the figures, the human figures that are out there all go because it's so loud. And you see their plant replicas next to them also go, and it's a chorus of people screaming and flower people going around the car. And they all do look toward the car as the source of that sound.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Samir is not sure what to do here, except like the singularity has failed. He fucked up. So for him, it's like drive, get out of here. That's the goal.
Punch the brakes.
Punch the brakes?
Not the brakes. The accelerator. Sorry.
All good.
I haven't driven a car in over a decade.
No, it's fine.
I haven't driven a car in a decade, please.
I mean, that plus also, never mind. No, we're gonna push accelerate down to the bunker or the arcade, wherever. And
Okay.
yeah.
So you want to drive continuously. Nobody's going to try to re-engage the wormhole. You're just going to move through the space.
I don't think so.
Copy. That's what you can change your mind also as you go. Just that's the decision right now, right? Is that you just want to try to drive. It didn't work. You want to just try to barrel through. So what is going to happen now is as you are driving down the street, the plant people all point forward toward the car, and the regular people walk out into the street. And you're going to have to try to navigate around the human people. Who
fuck
you
that.
know.
If they're walking into the street, I'm going to drive onto the curb and drive over the plant people. Fuck that.
Let's roll about it. Go ahead and roll me 3d6. Let's see how that goes. Are you going to do that with impact, I'm guessing, or propulsion?
Impact for sure. But also,
Impact.
are we really wanting me to roll again after the disaster that was last time? Okay.
You're driving, so...
Yeah, no fair. Can't fuck it up twice, right?
I mean, Polly, if you want to give some help by helping, like, identify, where to move or what have you, like navigational help, I'll accept that, and then you can have an extra reroll, so you can have 3 instead of 2.
I got a 1, a 5, and a 2, so I'm gonna reroll the 1.
Yeah, fair.
Okay, that's a 4.
Okay, that is a mixed success. You can still take a condition, a narrative complication, or have the option of failing. So you can choose to fail, to drive up on the curb, and then no complication narratively, and no condition happens. Or I will either give you a condition or a complication. You have 2 conditions already. So
let's not fail. We need to get to the bunker.
Yeah, I'm going to take the 3rd condition. Fuck it. We're about to go into downtime, so I'll be able to reduce one of them. That's the hope anyway. So I'm taking the 3rd condition.
Okay. So you'll take the condition. So you succeed. You drive up on the curb. You knock into these plant people. And the plant people go toward the car. As you're hitting it, you hear as it goes over that it garbles the sound a little bit more. It mixes in with Titi de Pregunto as you're going through it, and still cuts through that noise, so it must be quite loud. Even though it's louder outside the car than inside the car, you're still picking up the audio from outside. And you feel the car jostle a little bit. Do you look outside the car? At the outside of the car at all?
No, I'm locked in. I'm focused. If the others want to look, they can, but I am locked into getting us home safely.
Adi, does Amara look at the outside of the car?
Sorry, what did I miss? I had to...
Don't worry about it. It's okay. So what happened was, so Samir decided, fuck it, the wormhole's not working, we ball. And just decided to drive off. The plant people pointed in toward the street, and then the regular, the human people, right? Like the folks who who were out there standing stock still, moved into the street. So you had to navigate around the street. Samir decided, fuck that, gonna get up on the curb and run over the plant people. Succeeded at that with a mixed success. Is going to take a condition off that, which we still need to resolve. What I have resolved so far is that is successful. Runs over the plant people. Plant people screamed the way that they do at the car. Car runs them over. Muffled sounds over there. The car gets jostled. And I just asked everybody at the table if anybody looks at the outside of the car. When that happens, Samir's locked in, and Polly does not want to look at stuff outside right now.
I mean, I think despite us going Carmageddon against plants, I think Amara would also have better things to do. She's going to try and activate the wormhole generator again.
Perfect. So I don't know if you heard this part. There's going to be a -1 reroll on that to start because you're moving the car, and this is the second attempt. But you're very welcome to do that with people's help potentially and all that. We'll come back to resolve that. Let's talk about your condition, Samir. It's going to be up to you what the condition is. It can be physical, emotional, or psychological in nature. It can relate specifically to running these creatures over as they scream their flowery faces at you and make sounds that you have never heard in your life. It can have to do with the fact that these flowery faces look like flower versions of faces who you know, people who you know, screaming at you as flowers. It can have to do with the fact that you know you're leaving Sadiq behind. Or it could have to do with something else that you have in mind. So what do you think?
I think it's a toss-up between reckless and guilty. Reckless because he's not paying attention to whatever else is outside. He's just, locked in, drive out. And guilty because he's leaving his brother behind. So I can't decide which one of those two. I think.
Well, which one do you think? Which one do you think is hitting hardest right now? Right? Like, do you think that he's being reckless because he feels guilty, or do you think that the recklessness is the overarching thing here? Because however guilty he feels, he is mostly just focused on the task at hand.
Yeah, I think it's reckless because he feels guilty because he cannot save his brother right now, but he can save his friend. So he's being reckless because of that guilt. So I think I'll take guilty then.
Okay, perfect. So guilty is your third condition. As a reminder, if you take a fourth, you crash out. You become incapacitated until you're able to clear a condition, which means you will not be able to engage in actions that require a roll. That can manifest itself as unconsciousness. It could also be that you're just shutting down mentally or emotionally and incapable of engaging in those kinds of actions. But you're not there yet. You're close, but you're not there yet. Your mood that you rolled was sadness, I believe. Is that right? I believe
it was a 1, 5, and 2. Yeah, so 2 is sadness. Yeah.
Sadness. Is that a question or an impulse?
It is an impulse, and the impulse is fight the tears and lose. So yeah, Samir can't see properly right now. His eyes are blurry because his vision is blurry because he's crying because he's left his brother behind, and his friends are in danger, and he's run over some plants, which is weird because plants aren't supposed to be sentient. So that's like a whole second layer of weird shit happening. Plus, Bad Bunny is playing. His car is sentient now. There's so many weird emotions, but it's just manifesting as tears. So yeah, that's the second time he's cried in the last 4 hours. This is fun.
Yeah, and you hear Bad Bunny. The song changes, and it says, the car, Baby Girl, says to you as Bad Bunny, "Debí tirar más fotos de cuando te tuve," which translates to "I should have taken more photos when I had you." And from there we move to Amara trying to engage the singularity. You start with a -1 reroll. You're welcome to take help from the other folks if the other folks feel that they would help in this moment. As a reminder, if you do help, you risk taking a condition. I say that especially with regard to Samir, because if you do take another condition, you will crash out.
Yeah, no, I think I'll just... Polly, no need to look outside. Look here. You're with me. Help me here.
Yeah, I'm locked in. I'm totally not. I'm completely weirded out by everything that's happening.
We have to get to the bunker. And what the fuck? I rolled a 1, 3, and a 4.
Okay, so you have you were doing this with design, propulsion, grace, or impact?
Design.
Okay, so you have a 1 in that, and you're getting help from Polly, so you have 2 rerolls. Actually, you have 1 because you started with a -1. So you just have 1 reroll. So you rolled a 1, a 4, and a 5. So your 4 and your
a 1, a 3, and a 4.
1, a 3, and a 4. So you'll take a condition because Sadiq is still within range for looking foolish. The 4 is hope, which it's up to you, but doesn't seem like you need to reroll. You probably want to reroll that misfire.
I will definitely reroll that misfire. Okay, 5.
Great. Okay. So that is a full success. So you snatch victory from the jaws of defeat. You is how I'm going to flavor the need for that reroll, and it is almost catastrophic how badly you get the math wrong. You realize that what you nearly did could have created terrible ripple effects in the space-time continuum around you, and that nearly overwhelms you, but you're able to push through with a cool head, since you're doing this with design, and get the math corrected quickly enough to get it to work. How do you look foolish doing that?
I think she is. I think she, like, there's a little cartoon overheat of Amara's head as goes red and then steam comes out of her ears. She's just like, clearly I am very distracted. I misplaced a decimal point. Who does that? And that would be.
So with that, because Sadiq, you're now actually passing by a place where, from where you are in the car, you're able to catch that Sadiq is still outside. And Sadiq, having been pointed toward the car by the plant Sadiq, is looking at the car and is looking in the mirror that would allow him to look at you.
Okay, so
what condition do you take? Yeah.
Where are the conditions?
It could be anything that you want, right? It just needs to make narrative sense with what this is in this moment. So you just looked foolish, right? It needs to relate to how you looked foolish in front of your crush. So you nearly made a catastrophic mistake in front of somebody who you are leaving behind, who is clearly under the influence of something scary and dangerous that you don't understand. So what is the condition you take under that circumstance?
The thing is, she, like, in that split moment, she kind of sees that Sadiq is looking at her, and she was going to be embarrassed, but she sees that there is absolutely no reaction on his face to begin with. And then she realizes that, hey, this is our new reality. And she gets a little distraught.
Distraught. That's perfect. That's your second condition, but you cleared the other one, so that's now your first condition. Perfect. So you are distraught. As a note, because I haven't been using it very much so far, part of what conditions do is they give you a -1 to your roll when they apply to your roll. So I'll pay a little bit more attention to that moving forward. So far, I don't think it's really been something that's needed to be in play, but I do want to make sure we're using the mechanics. So just keep that in mind as well on your side. Your mood was hope, and you have an impulse there. Are you going to be embracing it? Remember that you're tapped out on XP, so it doesn't matter to you one way or another mechanically. It's solely what makes sense narrative.
I think she is she sees that, like, the confident polyamory is just mumbling towards her lap, which is basically like, I don't know, more or less talking into my head. But Samir is crying, and she is just like a little. She can't process that this is their new world. But I think because of the fact that the thing that got her through the previous condition was the reminder that we are the fucking Rocket Club. So, but it's in a different energy, I think, as baby girl blips. She is just once again going to reach out and catch both their hands, and just an even more silent, gentle, firm grip.
And as that happens and you blip out of existence here, we are going to take our break. And we will come back when you all arrive, presumably, at the bunker. Thanks, everybody. Go ahead and get some water, some snacks. You folks watching at home are going to see us in like 2 seconds, but we're going to take 5 to 10 minutes to go be people. And we'll be back. And see you soon. Bye.
Bye.
Hey, and we're back from the break in A Fractured Sky, a Rocket Club story told here at Pantsless Tables with these wonderful people who are around me as a part of Rocket Club, a multi-stage anthology that is happening all throughout the open playtest period for this game. It's coming out from Evil Hat. It was created and written by M. Hubbard, who's a wonderful artist, incredible game maker. And it's a game we're really enjoying playing. If you want to play it at home, you can for free. You can get a 172-page PDF plus some supporting materials for free. All you got to do is go to Evil Hat's website, look at the section for Rocket Club, and sign up for the playtest. And you'll be able to download the playtest pack from there. And there's a form that you can fill out if you have any feedback from reading it or from playing it that you're able to fill out. So please go ahead and do that. We are busy in the town engaging the singularity to create a wormhole to hopefully get back to the bunker, where we just left things off. You all here in the party were able to get the singularity activated. You were able to create a wormhole. You were able to blip out. In Baby Girl, who now speaks exclusively in Bad Bunny lyrics, and after having run over some plant people and avoided running over or into any regular people.
So is she not Bad Bunny Girl?
She could be Bad Bunny Girl. Bad Bunny Girl. What's up, Bad Bunny Girl? How does Samir fit?
A bit too much for this particular AP.
You all blip back into existence. It feels unusual. Have any of your characters used the singularity this way before?
100%.
Amara has for sure.
Of course, Amara has.
Polly, Samir, what do you think?
I think Polly would have filmed Amara using it before. Polly has never done it herself.
Copy. And Samir?
Samir has not even gone anywhere close to the singularity. He's like, nah, fuck this noise. This is too weird shit for me. Yes, I can launch a farmer's market into space, but I'm not launching myself through a wormhole. That's not happening. These things are not real.
So we've established that Amara has used the singularity before. Polly's filmed Amara using the singularity, but has not actually used it directly. And Samir, although Samir feels very comfortable doing things like is sending a farmer's market into low orbit, is not been comfortable with messing with such powerful forces as a singularity. That having been said, all three of you are propelled through it in Baby Girl while it's blasting Bad Bunny right now. Amara, this goes pretty smoothly for you. This is something that you've experienced before. You know how to deal with what it does to your mind in this moment and push through. I'm going to come back to you to tell me how you deal with it. Samir, you find yourself thinking about the farmer's market. You find yourself in this moment seemingly floating in low orbit amongst the component pieces of this farmer's market. The farmer's market thrown into low orbit as a unified whole seems to be within its own sort of containment field in low orbit, but the component pieces of it are floating. This may be a memory if you were up there with it. This may be an imagining if you never went up there before. Or it may be something else that the singularity is doing, opening a hole in time and space to show you something that you never saw the first time around. What do you see?
In the memory or in the... Okay. So
it could, like I said, it could be a memory. It could be something you're seeing for the first time. But it is entirely up to you what you see in this floating farmer's market in this moment.
I think it's kind of like watching a game playing a game in third person mode, where you're controlling a character, or like you're watching something move, but you're not actually the whatever, right? So it's like Sameer sees himself, but he's outside of his own body, and he sees himself interact with the stuff. He's with the other two. They are discussing what is the best way to use the singularity or whatever, and something goes wrong, which is why the farmer's market is in space in the first place. He feels himself like his biggest reason for not using the singularity on himself is that he doesn't believe it's real. He thinks that
Steve, you cut out at theirs.
Yeah.
Cut out at what? Sorry.
Theirs.
Okay, so it's basically like playing a video game is the way that it looks like to him, right? He's watching himself and the others interact with the singularity, which led to something goes wrong, which is what causes the farmer's market to be launched into space or whatever. He has never used the singularity on himself because he doesn't believe that it actually works the way it's supposed to work. He thinks that he thinks it's like Star Trek, but not like Star Trek, not like the teleporter on Star Trek. But he feels that it doesn't actually teleport you. It creates a copy of yourself, disintegrates the real you, and then creates a full copy version of yourself in the new place. God. That's his belief. So for him, when he goes through that is what he thinks has happened. And right now he thinks that this is the real him that has been launched into space, while the copy version of him is now taking over, is now running his life, even though the copy version does not know it's a copy and it thinks it's the real Sameer. So that's what he feels in this moment.
So as he's processing this, he sees not one but two versions of himself. He sees first himself at the time of the farmer's market, so a little bit younger, right? Floating in space in front of him in this farmer's market. He hears a noise off to the side and looks, following the noise in this moment in a way that he doesn't feel totally in control, that happens before he thinks about it. And as he looks in that direction, he sees a plant version of himself floating there. And it locks its flowery eyes with him, and it screams. And then he's back in his body in the bunker. Assis, Polly was recording Amara the worst time that she tried to work with this and it didn't work. What happened?
I think it wouldn't have just been the worst time, it would have been the first time. Because I think it would have come from a lot of like Amara really wanting to like do this, Polly being excited about something amazing and like groundbreaking. So, Polly was like, oh, this is gonna go viral. Oh my god, nobody's ever done this. This is everything. And I also imagine that because Amara doesn't want everyone knowing we have a wormhole, Polly was kind of doing it in secret. like just kind of watching Amara, but also like just like little like just phone on the side, like oh yeah, and then just
B-roll footage.
hmm?
B-roll footage.
Yeah. And I imagine that this like when she did this, I mean, Amara would have obviously like failed to actually make the singularity like do what it needed to do. I would have done a bit of a power outage, a bit of a like tech disruption, and not Amara, Polly fully lost like a phone because of that. Because she was recording, like her entire phone just got corrupted. Um, and yeah, but she just remembers like it was so amazing and so cool, but then the risk of like her phone and losing like all the stuff that she was like working on recording that day and putting up, that really also hit her hard. And she was also worried about the bunker and Amara and everything.
Of course. As she experiences this in this moment, the image on her phone catches her eye, and she sees that although she sees Amara in reality as Amara was in that time, through her phone she sees a plant version of Amara. And the plant version of Amara comes closer to the phone screen and then pops out through the phone screen, face screaming, and eyes blooming, and then Polly finds herself in the bunker.
Oh fuck! The
Amara,
plant creatures are like weeping angels.
Sure.
Yeah, maybe. Amara, how do you navigate this, having done this before?
I think fairly old hat, like, because she's had a lot of time and a lot of space with the singularity. I think she's like, maybe like, done a lot of experimentation, like, things that can go through, whatnot, etc., etc. So yeah, she's not, I mean, it's not like she knows everything about it, but she's definitely practiced in her craft. So yeah, it's not entirely new.
So in this moment, as she floats through this space, having practiced this a bit more, she does also encounter a flower person in her mind, but it is Sadiq, and it is the head of Sadiq's flower person without the rest of its body, and it is looking up at her, and it says, the three of you are now back in the bunker. You are in Baby Girl, which is still blasting Bad Bunny. Do you get out of the car?
Yes, very much so, especially after that vision.
So you pile out of the car. You find that there is a plant head that came with you. When you did not look at the outside of the car, a piece of one of the plants that had gotten run over had attached itself to the car. But it is not Sadiq's plant head. It is a different one. It is right.
I think I will just decontamination procedure protocols immediately, and essentially, like, the roof has, like, complete network of girders and like little rolling, like what seems to be wheels, as just like an entire metal case just comes and drops over the, like, the car, and it's just like like, neutron radiation, just like, fucking kill anything organic
Oh
inside
my
it.
god, like in Monsters Inc.
Yeah. Something similar, yeah.
I love that. So you get it in there. I'm not going to say that takes a roll. That's just built into the bunker already. You're able to get that in there. Is your intent to neutralize it completely to kill it, or are you trying to keep it in a state where you can study it while it's still moving around? Do you want to try to study it while it's gone? Do you want to try to just disintegrate
think
it?
I honestly, in the panic, I don't think she'd even think of, like, she's a student of Mr. Spock, but like she's also a 12-year-old. So no, I don't. She's just like kill it with fire, like,
Okay,
But
so
this
you
is
toss
just
it in there.
Yeah, this is just neutrino radiation.
I will say this will probably be the last roll of the session. Give me 3d6. You're doing this with impact, I think, with that.
Oh, okay. I don't have any dice in that.
So that's fine. That just means no rerolls.
Okay. Fuck. Okay. That's a 2, 2, and a 5.
So failure, you draw attention, and with thrill, right? So you get to decide who you draw attention to and how. Your action is noticed by an outside entity in a negative way. You're going to be doing this with thrill. You can embrace that or not, but it fails. So the way that it fails is you toss it in there to try to get it to just be disintegrated, and it resists disintegration. So it is trapped inside of this contraption, but it is still alive. And it is moving around, and it is reacting as though it somehow knows that you tried to kill it. It is writhing, it is slamming against the sides of this thing, and it is screaming.
She continues screaming and, like, just like douses that entire thing, that cage, in just rocket fuel, and just like sparks a match and throws it.
Okay. Bob Mark 42 comes by with a fire extinguisher to the side also. And I'm going to say you don't have to roll about the fire. You just set this thing on fire. Your machine, your contraption that you just described, is also burning up with it. It's screaming inside while that's happening. And then Bob just sort of gently pushes you to the side and goes, right, with the fire extinguisher. When that fire goes out, the machine no longer works. Like, you would have to go through extensive repairs with that. It doesn't function anymore. But this thing is dead. It is charred. It's not fully gone. There are remnants left that you would be able to potentially study. Let me see here. And yeah, that's where you're at. Are there any final actions you all want to take before we call it? You do still have to, resolve how this draws attention from an outside entity in a negative way, and what you do that embraces or does not embrace your thrill.
I have a suggestion.
Uh-huh.
I mean, if it's getting destroyed, maybe there's like a hive mind sort of situation where they kind of, because they felt a plant get destroyed, like the weird alien people have realized that the general area where the plant got destroyed, maybe.
That was my general first thought as well, but then I'm like, we will kind of eliminate the entire reason why we chose the bunker, because it's hidden and secure. But hey, this is the end of the world. It's the 3rd episode. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I will say that they may not be able to get to the bunker immediately or know how to get there. They know where they could know where you are, right? Or that you took this plant, this part of them there. This draws even more attention to you. You've already drawn attention to yourselves because you took the singularity out through the force field. Like you took so that attracted some attention. They had seen you before. They saw you try to drive off. They coalesced on that. They're aware you exist. They're aware you have this. What they would know off of this they would know that you burned a piece of them or one of them or whatever it is to death. That you found that killed them, right? So they could know that, and they could also know things about where you are, whether or not they immediately are able to reach that or figure out what that means from like a triangulation perspective could be left up in the air.
God damn it, we are compromised.
Oh, well, I guess that we better get on to figuring stuff out and
as you do, get on to figuring out your plans and trying to recover off of what you've experienced so far, figuring out what you want to do next. With the weight of Sadiq being left behind, the other members of the Rocket Club seemingly being left behind, other people who you know and care about to varying degrees being left behind, not knowing the scope of this and not really understanding the fullness of what you're facing, we call it for today. And we will come back to all of you here in the bunker, taking all of that on. Thank you very much for another wonderful session. I really appreciate it. Very excited. Everybody at home, join us next week for the conclusion of this wonderful story with these incredible people. Speaking of these incredible people, I would love to kick it to all of you for some quick outros, beginning with my good buddy, Adi.
Hello, people of the internet. I am Adi MK. I go by Fab, he, him pronouns because he, him's a little boring and I prefer being Fab first. You can find me at Adi MK on both Blue Sky and YouTube. And also, you can check out a lot of interesting tales that we end up doing together because that is the best state of stories being told. Come find me and a lot of other people at Many Face Plays on YouTube. We just put up our first To Serve Her Wintry Hunger Hunt, and there will be others. Because hey, I like seeing what people do when they're given permission to be unhinged little fuckers.
It is, as somebody at that table, it is quite fun to be able to play challenging stuff like that. It was a great time. 100%. And Adi did a great job running that. Yeah.
But yes, I shall popcorn it over to Asif. Go.
Assis. Hello, I have been Assis. I have been Polly Amity. Hashtag what's up polyfam. I'm losing it. My pronouns are she, hers. You can find me everywhere on the internet at lesbianing. That is yearning with a lesb added in front of it. And I do things here in Pantsless Tables. I do things occasionally in other places. You will see me in many places having done many things. If only I was in a state to I can't with time and remembering what will be out when and what to plug. Just follow me on my socials. I'll have put something down somewhere about whatever's coming out by the time you're watching this. So yeah.
Steve?
Hi, hello. It is my turn to talk about things and stuff. Okay, so this is going to come out second week April, right? So what are we doing for that? Pantsless Tables is
21st. I think this is actually April 21st because it's going to be 14, 21,
episode 2, right? Yep. You are absolutely correct. By the time that comes out, we'll probably have our cast finalized for all of Pride, which is wild. We're doing a big Pride event this year for things and stuff that I still haven't picked a cause for, but don't tell anybody that. We're doing a bunch of cool stuff. I'm not running a full 48-hour thing this time because adult basically body is aching and can't stay up for 2 days straight. Like I used to 5 years ago. Wild how that happens. Anyway, we also have, by the time this comes out, probably those will also be closed, but 2 casting calls are coming out by the end of this week, early next week. First off, we are opening up volunteers for Pantsless Pride specifically, so that we can have a proper group of people helping out behind the scenes instead of just me
What's the
yelling
point
at
of plugging this a month from now?
What?
What's the point of plugging that call a month from now? It'll also be closed.
True, that is true, but we can still talk about it. What else? By the time this comes out, I think it'll probably have closed, but we're probably also going to maybe submit something for Project Blacklight. Hopefully that works out in our favor. That's like a thing that's happening in the space for stuff. And what else? I think that's basically it. I am currently working on a bunch of things for Pantsless Tables and beyond behind the scenes. Hopefully by then we'll have launched international merch, so go check out our merch. We've got shirts and hoodies and badges and dice, really cool fucking dice, green dice that are like the greenest of the green that is ever greened. And we're also working on by this time, hopefully by that time, we'll also have a second set of dice ready. I'm looking at purple or blue, probably blue, because purple is difficult to cast, is what I've been told, or like paint over or some other shit. I don't know. I don't understand the logistics of it. I just am here to help facilitate it. But anyway, yeah, check out Pantsless Tables, doing Pantsless Tables things all over the Pantsless Tables universe. Yeah, that's it for stuff and things. Steve out.
Awesome. Thank you, Steve. I am Danny, he, him. I've been your guide today. Thank you for joining us. Danny R. Mendoza all over the internet. So anywhere you want to try to find me, just put in Danny R. Mendoza and I'm probably there. Blue Sky is a good place to follow me, though. You can reach out on Discord. I'm a very friendly person. And like Instagram, Threads, etc. I would love to bring more attention again to the playtest information I mentioned before. So check that out. I don't know if we might have that in a link below or something. But you could also look up Evil Hat Rocket Club and find the information there. I'm a permanent member over at Streaming Rainbow. We've got lots of stuff going on all the time. During the month of April and in the month of May, I'm going to be doing charity fundraisers with Just the Humans charity TTRPG to benefit Trans Lifeline in April and to benefit Doctors Without Borders with a focus on Palestinian aid in May. We also got Pride stuff going on all over. I'll hopefully, I'm kind of inviting myself to the table here, be helping out with some stuff at Pantsless Tables, like for Pride in general, because I love it here, and y'all are going to have to kick me out if you want to get rid of me, because I really like all of you. And I do a lot of stuff with like Nerds with Dice, Pocket Dragon Pub. I'm in an ongoing show over at Pocket Dragon Pub called The Secret Ways of Love and Magic. We play Good Society. I'm also the Orange Ranger at Arclight Court's Power Rangers game that is going on every other Monday. I'm in a bunch of other stuff, so just follow me. You'll be able to find it there. Join us next week for this, and hope you have a great night. We will see you all later. Bye.